Boing, boing! The current time is the Scrub Central Season 3 tournament. We are about to set off with JudgeLeedo versus Maria in the Nocturne Losers Bracket Round 1. Joining on comms today is Daredevin X and Jackstronomy. Welcome, guys.
Morning, how are you today?
Hi, what up?
Good, I'm excited for a good race. Both of our runners are ready, so we're due to begin very soon, so I will hand over and catch you on the other side.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for handing it over.
All right.
So, we are looking at JudgeLeedo versus Maria here, the 8th seed versus the 4th seed, but I don't think that is that much of a difference, because Nocturne has been the closest bracket in terms of overall point differences, right?
Absolutely, and so far, this entire tournament has been very competitive and very fun to watch, so I just expect a great race no matter what the seeding is at this point.
Also, funnily enough, we start with Nocturne.
For the Nocturne bracket, of course.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. It's almost as if the seed knew what it was doing.
So, Spirit Medallion start is fine. It's potentially one less dungeon to complete. Or not, we don't know. Nocturne start is fantastic because
it does take away one AD opportunity.
Yeah.
And also getting to graveyard is always helpful.
Yeah.
So,
also, maybe
really
for
maybe
something for chicken enthusiasts, which I'm not one of. Not really.
There are many chickens fans, I'm sure.
There are a couple, yeah.
And also Dompe digging, which is very difficult to route in often, and Nocturne just fixes that immediately.
Yeah, so. Nocturne really becomes powerful once you turn adult. That's when it's when you get the most out of it.
Yeah, and if we have a issue with, say, no easy access to the castle, Nocturne's good enough.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but it's good enough. So, overall, Nocturne, great start. Also...
And it's a free hint, too.
Free hint. Remember to check that one. And also, early access to Shadow Temple, potentially, which I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about Nocturne being on AD. We can just hope, we can just expect ZL on there.
True. True. We haven't seen a ZL AD in a little bit, but this...
Yeah, during Quals we had,
right away, yeah.
Didn't we have, in Quals, 2 or 3 back-to-back?
2 in a row, yeah.
Yeah, that was insane.
The first 2 were ZL to start. It was pretty interesting.
I mean, I don't really mind ZL being on AD, honestly. It's just, some of the dungeons, it gets interesting when water comes into play, or, other ZL-locked dungeons, where it's, part of them is locked by ZL, part of them is not, and, the logical implications of... just where to not look for your stuff with like when you know there's nothing in specific checks. That's pretty handy. Like it makes the seed a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I think a late ZL seed is one of the most interesting you can get structurally, as far as like it doesn't necessarily have to be on all dungeons, but it just has to be kind of logically deep.
Yeah.
So I think that's late CL is one of my favorites. One thing I'm hoping not to see is a fire arrow wave the hero, because I've had
not
quite
again.
enough of thinking about that.
Not again.
I had quite enough of thinking about fire arrow wave the hero. Thank you.
And we're off.
We're gonna see what we're looking at right away. And it is
that's...
the market spawn. No, it's not market.
That's the adult
shop. Okay.
Yeah, so Nocturne not incredibly useful as child, and both of them.
Chickens fans.
Both of them racing the chickens.
All of the chicken fans in the chat are going to just really enjoy this race because we're starting with double chickens.
Yeah, it's nice that we started a race and now there's like 2 minutes we have nothing to talk about, right? We don't know anything about the seed and like they're just doing some execution. Like we could comment on like how well they're juggling the chickens, right?
We can. And one of the things I really like about doing chickens is just kind of, just small pleasing thing is like it just channels your inner border collie. It's like, okay, so you have to be able to stand behind the chickens to herd them in the direction you want to go. I've never seen a dog herd chickens. I've seen them herd ducks though.
Yeah. So I wonder if Andrew had like there's not I don't think that chicken is a particularly interesting check if all the players do it. Like it's only really it creates a lot of tension when one player finds it and the other one just like waits checking it.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it doesn't even do it at all. And like if it's an item that's like there's like a bomb bag or a bow where there's multiple of, and like would they get bailed out if they don't do chickens? Like that's where a very interesting dynamic comes into place, but not if both players just do it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay, first real check of the game. First real check of the game.
We get a hint and an item.
Okay.
That's one of the things you can Shadow Temple Way of the Hero with that Nocturne start, okay?
Yeah, we got no trouble reaching that today.
Oh, and JudgeLeedo is doing something that, if I find myself compelled to do chickens early, this is actually something you can do. Pick up Man on the Roof as well, which
yeah, why not?
That.
Ooh, that's cool. I mean, that would have been one of
a nice sword.
Yeah, it would have been one of the first things that you picked up as adult anyway. But like, if that's something that's really useful, like super early in adult or even in your first child section, then that's where you can actually like gain a good advantage out of it.
Yeah. Also, if you're trying to route through Kakariko as adult, it gives you more routing options and not have to think about routing that in.
Yeah, it's like at some point you will like if you come from Death Mountain, like from jumping over the roof and getting Man on Roof and doing the back, then you jump to Windmill. But like if you come from the other side, which is likely what they're gonna do because they're coming from Nocturne. Exactly. Then it's like really awkward when you like once you jump behind the fence, then like how am I going to get out of here? Like, yeah, and they jump up to the oh, and Andrew has a wallet. Oh, a wallet. That is actually interesting. You said something about items that are logically required or not logically required, or items that are duplicates of. There is a duplicate wallet. Yep. Wallets are often pretty avoidable, but if you're trying to figure out what a way of the hero is, knowing that you have a wallet on the table is pretty helpful. It certainly is. A wallet can come in handy for just buying some chews and like not having to care about a bomb bag. Yes, that's absolutely true as well. That's like my favorite use of the wallet. Like I don't care about wallets, but if I see one I don't have a bomb bag, I pick it up. Yes, because you can go to the carpet salesman and buy yourself some bomb shoes. And oh, I actually like this thought from Leedo, going to check this and see that there's a hook shot and know that you probably want to route in river on this pass if you can, because you want to plant the issue is though now. There's an issue though. We don't have explosives or a scale just yet, so we can't get the beans. So, also, we're not going to get Longshot to grab that because, well, that's part of the Longshot. Damn. Yep. But that might push Lita to extend Child 1 trying to force a chew pack or bombs or a scale, because
he knows he'll be rewarded with hookshot at the end of it, which I think is a pretty good reward.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that, like, if you find a bomb again, you don't peek this item. If you find a bomb again, your child 1, you might still go adult and see the item then. But, like, it only matters until, like, finding a bomb again, child 1, that's when it matters. Like, later than that, and it doesn't make a difference, because you're going to see it anyway. And by that time, like, if you want to gain something out of this knowledge, you really need to find your way to get that. But having a longer child section isn't really all that useful. Like, you can spend a lot of time in your child 1, like up to an hour even. But like the adult play would have been the better one, because there happen to be more checks and like more important items along the way.
Yeah, you
and
can
then
actually
you
go
just
pretty far
lose
without a hookshot, surprisingly far.
Yeah, and you lose so much time if your opponent just decides to not do that. Certainly a little bit risky.
Yeah. Typically, I feel like... In Open Deku, I typically feel... Well, it doesn't matter in Open Deku, considering we just got a Kakiri sword. But in Open Deku, I tend to feel pretty good about myself if I'm, like, out of a child 1 by, like, around the half-hour-ish mark.
Yeah, that seems like a good number. Like, I try to... When I play this game, I try to do as... Like, not as much as few things as possible in child. Because, like, going adult and, like, getting the keg checks done, getting, like, more songs, it's... Like, you kind of have to get your game into, like... You have to speed up your game, kind of. And feeling... Like, playing a long Child 1 section, like, always feels super slow, because there's a lot of hiking involved. Like, usually you go, like, South Hyrule, into Lake Hylia, into Valley. Like, everything.
There's only so much progression you can do as a child.
True.
Like, you can do Deku Tree, and if you extremely lucky, Jabu.
Ooh.
Skull Mask is a boomerang. Hello.
Well, we don't know quite yet if we need it, but this might actually do something. Like, I mean, we have Nocturne and the Safe Warp. The Safe Warp, like, puts you up where you can hand in the Keaton Mask very easily. But we don't have a quick way to mark it yet, or to Lost Woods.
No, and the song in Ranch didn't help with that. No Frogs 2 Seed.
I missed it. What was it?
Sorry, song, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't really help us.
Although it's nice to have before you go to Lost Woods.
Yes, very true.
That is one of the reasons you might want to consider hitting up Lon Lon Ranch before Lost Woods, because if you can snag Zelda's Lullaby or Saria's before you head there, you have a couple extra checks.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like it's a matter of reasonably routing it in. And I feel like if you have to go through Hyrule Field to Kokiri, you might as well get the song. But it really depends. Like, you could argue just go straight south from Kag, because it's faster.
Yeah. I'm not sure, like, which one I would have done. I think it's a day by day for me. But also, Lon Lon Ranch is kind of a pain to route in if you do the other direction. So.
I mean, coming from Kag, you go to the drawbridge, you get a little bit of money because you need that in Lost Woods anyway. Then you go to Lon Lon, and from there you have a couple of options.
Yeah, that'd be my preferred route. Would be go across the river bridge, jump the chains for $60, go to Lon Lon, I would go, personally, in Open Deku, I would go straight to Kakiri Forest.
Yeah, that's what I do most of the time. I haven't
played enough closed Deku since I've, like, all of the closed Deku I played was before I actually, like, got good.
Yeah.
So I haven't really thought about it that hard, but in closed Deku, I might be more inclined to do what Leedo is doing right now and actually take Route in Valley.
Because Deku is just, like, the Kokiri area is just, like, half as strong, and you kind of need to compensate for that.
Yeah. So you're looking at losing these six checks in Deku?
7.
7?
Including the boss at 7.
7, yeah.
And, like, the issue with Valley is that sometimes it's incredibly hard to do it, to route it in. If you don't do it after Lon Lon and you don't have Serenade, you're never doing it. Essentially. Like, you check the checks as adult with Choose and something, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely more on... Ever since I figured out a consistent way to peek the box with Choose, I've fully switched over to preferring this as adult.
It's just so slow as child, and as adult you come past here at some point, hopefully anyway. Oh, nice wallet refill. That's some big money.
That's really nice heading into the purchasing we'll be doing in a little bit with mini games and scrubs.
Yeah, you
really well
you have a lot of buffer in terms of money, which is really nice. Right. You could also use the money.
A chicken in the way of the waterfall.
Oh, scale. That's going to be interesting for Leedo because he knows what to do with that. River is foolish too. Okay.
Ooh.
So I could see Maria go down the river from Lost Woods, buying the bean.
Huh? Not going to lake off of that valley play.
Maybe hoping for Serenade later on.
Yeah. I don't know. If I was already all the way down there, I probably would have...
Oh, it's time. I think isn't it Dampe time?
Oh, is it Dampe time?
Isn't this the time of day? Like it was just sunset when he was in Valley, so this might be Dampe time. I didn't pay that close attention to the time of day, but
for clarity, chat, we don't actually have audio, and I would normally be going for the Wolf Howl for my cue for Dampe time.
Yeah. Okay, collecting some skulls here in nighttime, CAG. That's never really wrong.
Early skulls. Always good plan. It's a really
and nice B1 skip. Pog.
Very smooth.
So...
a little too close to that to scrub, but that's okay.
Yeah, Leedo's checking Dampe here. If he had the bean, though, that would be would be really good.
It's not Dampe time.
It's not Dampe time? Okay, so then they missed it. Damn.
Well, I'm gonna get the grave while he's here.
I would really like him to plant this bean. But he can't. He can't get one. No, he's not the one with the scale. The problem is... oh, never mind. That just solved the problem.
I'll solve that.
That just solved the problem entirely.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's very interesting. So I think that is going to... I would not be surprised to see Leedo just run straight to river, grab that bean, and go right back.
Yeah, you kind of have to do it.
Maybe not go right back. Maybe finish out your child, finish out Deku.
I mean,
take a pit stop in graveyard, and then go.
Yeah. We have to be careful about time of day, though. Like,
well, if you're doing Deku Tree, I'm thinking about this. If you go to river, then you do Deku Tree. Then you
play Nocturne or Warp.
Play Nocturne. You have plenty of time to make it back.
I feel like you kind of want to, like, the next time you go to CAG here, you kind of want to route in handing over the Keaton mask. So, like, you grab the bean, by that time it's day, then you go into market, grab the Keaton mask, go back, reset. And then you can hand in the Keaton mask, plant the bean. And, like, maybe you can time it in a way that you hit Dampe time as well.
You're not grabbing the...
oh, wait, no, he's not going to grab...
is foolish, and you have bombs.
He's not going to get the bean.
You're not getting the bean.
Okay. Yeah, that's a cookie replay. Maybe he still plans to go down the river. From... He doesn't know. He doesn't have... I'm thinking he has the scale, but that's not true.
No,
Maria has the scale.
We quote unquote have the scale.
We have the scale.
Yeah, that's... oh, even Asafamwath, thank you for pointing that out while we were in the middle of that.
And that's Graveyard Web.
And Graveyard, which could be the
bomb bag.
Bomb bag, but it's probably the hook shot.
It's more likely to be the hook shot at this point. But like Deku Tree didn't really have anything except for the scale, right?
I don't think so. Scale is a nice get though.
Scale is like one of these items that you want to get into the early to mid game as child, because that's where you're going to be most using it.
It really helps with efficiency. The one truly awkward scale lock check is child, the Ruto's letter spot.
Yeah, if you don't have Serenade, that is.
Yeah.
I hope you did not hear that. That's my neighbor arriving with his car. Or whatever that's called. If you didn't say anything, no. I wouldn't have noticed that there was keyboard interaction going on. I usually just white out keyboards.
Yeah. It's been no car.
Also, that bomb bag is going to be very handy for Leedo in Lost Woods too.
Yeah, with Lost Woods, there's a couple bomb checks. You can get some efficiency there. There's that wallet refill waiting for him in Deku Tree, so you can get the scrubs pretty easily. I'd pop in at least do Hot Rodder, because otherwise that's pretty easy to abandon.
I mean, the question is not if you're going to abandon anything. The question is just how many checks are you going to abandon?
What are you going to abandon,
right?
Exactly.
And with the bomb bag, you can even check stuff as child up there if you want to, and check the Medigoron hint and save scum some bombs if you need to.
Yeah.
So Leedo is going to get the scale here in a couple minutes. I wonder what his route will be then. Like, I really want him to set up... Yeah, that's that. He sees the hint for Skull Mask. The bad part about this is that the hint is in the woods, so you're not going to get that one in before your first trip to Lost Woods. That's a bit sad.
That's not very likely. Well, you have a Requiem out at Sacred Forest Meadow. That's a pretty strong Way of the Hero candidate.
The Hammer Grotto, the Hammer.
Ooh, Goron City Hero's
nothing.
Deku Stick. That would actually make me more likely to go toss some bombs there as a child. Because I know I wouldn't be abandoning anything in the maze. I'd get a skull out of it and a hint.
So, Requiem is one of these other troublesome songs that you don't want to see on AD, right? So we got that covered too.
Like the worst song to see on AD. Icy Water's Bomb Bag.
That's funny.
Maybe that bomb bag in the graveyard is the Way of the Hero.
It kind of depends if Letter is locked. Letter and or Iron Boots are locked behind bombs. But Leeto's in a good position with that bomb bag.
Yeah, having that early is really nice.
So I expect Maria to go to Lon here, and then straight to market and go straight adult, honestly. Like, she's playing pretty, like, aggressively safe. It sounds weird, but like,
I know what you mean. It's a very standard opener.
Yeah, she's this is the Lon. Yeah, she's playing like the quick way through the beginning of the game, like the pretty much standard route without many deviations. She's just going for it. So she's like playing aggressively, but she's also doing what is, like, let's say statistically the best thing to do. Because like what Leedo did with like going to Valley and like moving around slowly, like going into CAC as child again to miss Dampé, unfortunately. That's like a great way to burn, like to potentially waste time. That's definitely the more risky play.
Yeah, and again, like the one thing that I would point out if you end up watching this back, you could have capitalized on that really well if you dipped into River.
Yeah.
Just take a little detour, like, grab your bean, go back. Oh wait, did he not have money?
He had exactly 10 rupees, so he could have bought just one. And I think at that point, when you go past there, you kind of want to buy that bean, because that bean might just change everything. I can't get behind.
Spent the time to go and check that.
Yeah, I can get behind waiting until you have more money so you can buy multiple beans, but like you don't really ever need more than one bean most of the time. And then River's going to mess with your time of day. Like you need, after Deku, you only have this one chance to get into market. If you miss it, then you have to wait until the next morning.
Although, I think they're gonna get bailed out on the time of day thing because of the Requiem, though.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's right.
They had no idea about this. Like,
yeah.
This is why I still think they should have gone to River. But it won't be a problem because they have Requiem.
I wonder what song is on Requiem, and I wonder when Maria's going to get it. I think that's...
Play it out of the back of the silo.
You have Nocturne, so you're going to do... Once you go adult, you do the following things. You check the pedestal for your medallion info, you save quit to find out your save warp, and then you play Requiem to get the song, and then you play Nocturne to just continue with your CAC play. That's like the optimal order of doing things, I believe.
Yeah.
Getting some skulls with bombs. Very nice utility use of the bomb bag.
That's always really nice because that particular skull has the angle to get the stick is sometimes not easy to hit.
I feel like the angles that's the problem. It's what's more the problem is the timing of the jump slash.
Honestly, like, I will sometimes, if I don't know I need a bunch of skulls, I'll sometimes just leave that one because I'm like, not worth the potential loss of a stick here.
Yeah, I feel like I try to get it once, and like if for some reason I fail it, I just leave it. Nice ground jump here.
Going for the ground jump and had to use the stick to assist the ground jump so you can't flame storage.
Yeah.
But
very useful to learn a setup for ground jumping that does not involve pulling a weapon. And it's actually easier than you think. That's a very, very easy setup.
Yeah, I finally got coerced into learning one maybe a week or two ago. Needed to pick up the Kakiri sword. I think you're probably not thinking about it.
He's not equipping it, at least.
Yeah, I don't think you're thinking about equipping it because you're just so used to using the sticks for this.
That one skull you cannot get with the Kakiri sword, I think. You have to use a stick because the hitbox is just weird.
Yeah.
Like, the sword is too short. Also, if you have Kakiri sword, you don't need to break a stick, but... Yeah,
but again, you do it so often, you just kind of, like, autopilot through it.
With Open Deku, Kakiri sword is, like, one of the most forgettable items in the game. Like, you get it? Cool, that's a knife. And then just move on with your life.
Yeah. And yeah, if you pull the Kakiri sword, you also lose your flame storage, so...
Yeah.
That was me learning how to play this game. Back in Closed Deku, when I was like, why can't I never get flame storage? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why that works like that, huh? So, yeah, if you pull a stick or a Kakiri sword, you lose your flame storage. So, if you want to take flame storage up there, you need to use a sword or stickless bomb jump. Oh, there's another hook shot.
Oh, wait. So, if water's not required, then the hookshot on the bean is not that powerful anymore.
Yeah, we'll have to see what our actual layout is. And frankly, it also reduces the power of the hookshot and the bean knowledge right now, because Longshot is helpful. Longshot is very helpful.
It is.
But Longshot has limited uses. Longshot can get you across the bridge to Gerudo. Longshot can get you through Water Temple, obviously. Longshot can do some shoot the sun, as Kari is screaming in chat.
Shoot the sun is a very good example.
Shoot the sun is in logic with the bow that they can just manifest from their minds. It's also good. Also for spirit key logic, which You gotta tell me it's not Spirit Key logic.
Yeah, there's also like 2 minor uses of the long shot. One of them is to get to the item in graveyard in the box without the bean, if there's just not hook shot in there. Yeah, and then like if you come through Garuda Valley as an adult from the other side and you pick the box, you see there's an item in there, but you don't really want to go child to go back, go all the way around again. You go into the tent, respawn the box that way, and then you can just cross the bridge and long shot from the other side, from the ledge down there where the boulder is. That way you don't need to walk all the way around as child.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out, Saras. We have hey Tracker, we have a broken sheet on Leeto's side. Can we just get that fixed?
Yeah, the sheets have been acting up lately. Weird. We currently have ref skulls, that's true.
Ref skulls, wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of skulls.
Wait. Okay, so Maria actually intended to... I think that's intentional, not playing Requiem until you've done all of the time of day consuming stuff. That's really good time of day routing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's like the most interesting use of Requiem in general. Just get the song and reset your time. That only works, however, if there's not Sansong on there, but then you have Sansong to reset it yourself.
Yeah, that's something where, yes, it could be Sansong out there, but you have no prior knowledge, so you might as well run like it isn't there.
Yep. I mean, either way, your time of day is going to be fixed.
Oh, is this your 10th skull here?
Are we actually at 10 already? Whoa.
Well, if we can stop grabbing bushes, we can find our 10th skull. Very well done.
Let's go. So let's see this payout. That's actually really, like, that would be a really interesting scenario. Hookshot, like hookshot on the bean. Oh wait, is that? Oh, that. Ooh,
a chicken hit.
There is actually something on 10. Wow. See, that's why you never do chickens, unless you found all your sometimes hints. No, I'm more like route chickens reasonably. Like, you can do a part of chickens when you're there. Like, they stay in the pen for the rest of the game, as people recently found out.
Everyone just discovered this.
But I guess as long as I try to avoid it as long as I can, but at some point it just makes sense. Like, you pass through CAG for like the 5th time or something. You're really getting low on checks, or you like want to wrap up the area by doing bottom of the well. And that's our first bottle. That's amazing. Bottles are so helpful.
Oh, and looks like Maria's routed in a bomb bag as well.
Yep. I think Maria's...
I don't think Maria peeked the hook shot though.
No idea. I think she did. Yeah, she's going to go get the song here, which is going to fix her time of day. And then she's gonna go. Then you can go from CAG to market.
Momentarily thinking about if she has a.
Oh, that's Suns.
It is Sun's song.
Never mind. We're fine.
Sun's song. Okay.
Oh,
actually, Sun's song is still helpful.
Leedo, no.
Valley Foolish.
Staring at the Valley Foolish in utter disbelief. That's bad.
I do like a good Valley Foolish though.
Oh yeah, one of the best beta hints in the game. It's weird though, because it's like the best hints are obviously like optional dungeons being hinted foolish, so you don't ever need to touch them, right? But then it's stuff like where it's like 1 or 2 checks and you don't really think about that being all that useful, but it's just so far out of the way that having that hint really makes a lot of difference. It's like a couple minutes.
Yeah, like Valley is just so far out of the way that you don't want to route it.
Also, it's really nice to see the Kokiri sword being used, because sticks are just, like, especially in the early game, sticks are a resource that's, like, you can't ever have enough of.
Yes. This is something where I've been playing in the co-op tournament, and turns out that when you're not picking up literally everything, you run out of resources fast.
Oh, you do. That's true. Yeah, now that we have Sunsong, we don't even need to worry about time of day ever. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It really helps still getting into market at
Just
weird
great
times.
Convenient song.
I usually prefer to...
Hint, so. Also great convenient song for that eventuality.
Yeah. My favorite usage of Sunsong is, like, you can use Sunsong to warp in areas where time does not pass. Best example being Lost Woods and Kokiri, where you can, like, get some actually, so you can save some time by having Sunsong, by just playing the song. It's awesome. Like, Kokiri sword chest, you check Kokiri sword chest, you play Sunsong. You're in Lost Woods, you check the scrub near the bridge, you play Sunsong. It's so good.
Yes, or if you were talking about the Goron City Maze. If you're all the way at the back of Goron City Maze, play Sunsong.
You play Sunsong.
It's just all these little optimizations to take you back to the door you entered the area from. The weird thing I learned when I was messing around with that is in Lon Lon Ranch with Scrub Sanity. Apparently, Malin counts as the door you entered the area from.
Yeah, because of the cutscene.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's just fun. That's just a fun one.
Puts you there.
Yeah.
I feel like Sunsong is best used in Lon Lon Ranch when it's daytime. You go back into the silo, you see there's an item up there in the back, you pick it up, and then you play Sunsong right out of there, and then you can even grab an extra skull on the way out because it's nighttime.
Yes. Really convenient. Oh, I know what we're getting. Taking advantage of those 10 skulls to get a treasure chest game, Jack.
Oh, it's night. Yeah, she fixed it to nighttime, so that's reasonable.
So yeah, Kasinja is starting us off with our guesses for left, right. I'm always team right because I like being able to see which direction I'm going.
Okay, Kasinja is unfortunately out. And then it's left. So right, left. Kari and VXR are still in. Ketchup still in. Right, left, left. Right, Kari is out. VXR is out. Ketchup's out. Everyone's out. Never mind.
Out. Yep, the treasure chest guy wins today.
He still gets cheated though. No new information so far, except for
did I say something about not wanting those?
I mean, I like to see fire arrows rather than missing them, but I don't like to see them in the way of the hero location. So let's hope no market way of the hero shows up.
No market way of the hero.
I would hate that. I would hate that. Well, I mean, I'm
there, so I think so. Like, just pretend it's the hook shot and just be okay with that, right? Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching this. I'm not playing it, so this. I think I'm a lot more fine with that.
I don't know. I've already had to commentate one Fire Away the Hero seed, and it was just.
Okay, so Leader knows. Leader knows that River is foolish, and he's going to get a couple of hints down the way. That's a really good I like that. Me too. Sometimes getting hints from a back, if you feel like you are at a disadvantage, either in execution or routing, you might as well go for like 1 or 2 hint stones that you don't think your opponent will get. Yeah. And like if they are a little bit more out of the way, and that can actually give you game-changing information.
Yeah, and if you end up routing through here anyway, like again, I would have ducked up and grabbed this with the bombs, but that's not ideal. Is it still working out? Oh, hi. Okay.
Hi, bow.
Rain Chest has a bow. So we have double SFM Waff. Brain Chest has a bow. Did Leo check Wolfos Grotto?
I have no idea.
Did anyone with more attention span see
Oh,
that?
he did. He did.
Okay.
I think he did. Yeah, we've seen the Wolfos a couple minutes ago. Buying 3 beans. Wow, that's a lot.
3 beans.
Dude, time of day is now actually perfect for Leedo to just reset and do. Nah, never mind.
Where are you going?
Peeking the item. He knows it's foolish,
It's
right?
foolish. Yeah.
Yeah, now
He
his
knows
time
the
of day
river's
is messed
foolish.
up. Like he could have just saved right there and
They were
walked
going
back.
to.
Or did they
Nocturne.
already check Dampe?
Oh, was this just waffling about whether he wanted to go do hints? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
We have Stone, Fire, and Forest. Okay, so you do want that boomerang off of Skull Mask. However, I think
Yep.
holding off to finish off the Skull Mask until you're ready to go do Jabu. Thumbs up on that one, because you can't use the ring as an adult anyway.
Yep. You can just do that once you go child. And then
And
you
maybe
probably
hope for Minuet on your adult swing, because that'll make
Yeah.
routing that in even easier. Grab your boomerang and then dive through.
I mean, we might actually not see Minuet at all this seed.
Potentially. But it would make the routing nice, so you could hope for it. So let's see where our adult save warp is.
Yep, Maria's actually doing the thing that I suspected she would do.
Means good play.
Just find out your save warp instantly, because it's an...
Did Maria
Oh no, it's here.
Maria did not check the meds. Oh no.
I mean, she checked the stones. So she
Yeah,
knows
so-
that at least which dungeons are required. She doesn't know which one is which, but I don't think that's terribly important at the moment.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Leedo's still going for the hints. Leedo has been playing pretty risky in terms of doing slow checks. Like going a little bit more out of the way. And also like going for more for like the hints in river, which is foolish. Like just burning a lot of time to try to gain an edge.
Yeah, for the record, like, I kind of like going for the top of River Hint while going to get your bean, but I probably wouldn't have backtracked for the other two.
Yeah,
Because as a
probably
child that's
not.
very slow, if I was going to do those, like, I would say, you know what, either I'm leaving them, or if I decide to grab them, I'll do them when I go to Ice Cavern.
Yeah,
Because it's just so much faster as an adult.
it feels like I think JudgeLeedo just feels.
Leo's doing is just a very, very thorough child, which...
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, but like, if he wants to play that way, let's hope it pays out for him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Maria's just going full speed ahead here.
Yeah, I feel like Lita's probably having one of the issues that I sometimes have, which is too many options.
Yeah.
And at some point you have to decide, like, okay, I have to leave some of my options behind. Like, I
mean,
cannot do everything.
What I like to do is as I only started doing this recently, but when I try, like, sometimes, like, after I've done a long chain of plays, I sit there and then I just stand still for a second and just think. And whatever, like, sometimes you have so many options, like, many of them being not really as good. So what I tend to do nowadays is if it's something short to do, like, the first thing that comes to mind that I can check right now, I'll do it. And on the way of checking that, I will think about what my next good step would be. So at least I'm not burning time by just standing around.
Yeah.
It was really hard to learn, though. It was... Oh, like, bottom of the well is foolish.
Ooh, that's a really good one, actually.
That's a really strong one. I like that. Dude, that's actually a fantastic hint in combination with chickens being dead. Or, like, chickens being hinted.
Yeah, because I I'm definitely generally very pro-well. Like, it's a great... It's normally a location I will be very happy to jump into at the slightest provocation.
Yeah, it really depends, though. Like, with going to bottom of the world, timing is incredibly important. It's hard to route in sometimes because most of the time, like, most of the seed just happens as an adult, so you're going to spend more time as adult anyway. Oh, that
would explain that.
Ziel.
Yep.
That's a Way of the Hero candidate right there.
Well, we have double Way of the Hero, so for Requiem and for ZL. And we know we have I don't know which medallion it is, but Spirit's a medallion.
Leedo being really thorough here. Why are we in Lake? Oh, he's planting the bean in Lake, but he has hookshot. That's so unnecessary.
Where hookshot is.
Yeah, and the hookshot is also bean locked, which is kind of funny. I mean, you're here. Might as well plant it and check some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we see a domain dip here.
Yeah.
But I feel like Maria is on a really, really good pace. Like, going into adult with a hookshot, bomb back, and scale, and just going...
I think that's when you go adult, really.
Yeah, she's just constantly moving, doing checks along the way, and she's, like, going basically from progression to progression here. Like, next stop, probably, like...
Sweeping Crater and heading to Dodongo's Cavern, making sure your time, which will drop you right into Adult Kakariko.
Yep. And you will get the song in Crater too, which is really important. Probably.
But we have a double Way of the Hero SFM as far as we know, yes? But...
Yeah, so
Requiem, you're talking about Prelude. Requiem is definitely Way of the Hero, and it can be for stuff like There's Something on Child Side, or...
Wait a minute. We have Logical Longshot and Magic.
Yes.
Crossing is in Logic already.
Crossing is in Logic, so...
So Requiem is not Way of the Hero for Crossing.
It's not for Crossing, it's not for Crossing, it's just, There is a key on Child Side, or an item on Child Side, which is the more interesting option.
I mean, it could be for the boss key on Child Side. It could also be just a small key that's not required at all. Like, logically, yes, because you logically need all 5 keys to go up to where Twin Rover is.
We have fire arrows and magic.
And we know where the bow is. We can't get it, though.
Yeah.
Once we find the rang... once we find the letter, we can. And we know where the rang is. And that's actually the domain play by Leedo.
Yeah.
Very thorough, Child 1.
Yeah, Maria's getting the superior Gerudo Valley foolish hint, the one you get before you hit a Gerudo Valley.
Although it's the same stone, but it's the superior hint.
Same stone, different reaction.
Yep.
It has to be 5 keys in a vanilla strength, Gary.
Vanilla strength.
For it to be a vanilla strength, it has to be 5 keys. I think.
I'm not sure.
Know. I really don't know. I think I went through this long discussion with like a seed a while ago that had
you're right.
Upgrade on the right hand, and I think for it to be not strength 3, it had to have 5 keys. But again, like I was very confused about it the entire time. We're not going to talk about spirit key logic. This always happens.
Because we have a long shot. You only need 3 keys to go. Like you need to open 1 adult door. And, like, the logic assumes that you goof on the 2 child. Like, but at that time that you spent the 2 keys, like, even if you spent them...
I mean, it could be a vanilla strength, but it would be strength... Anyway, we're not talking spirit key logic yet.
Oh, you're right. It could be strength 3.
It would be strength 3, I think. Because you couldn't open the doors at all if it was not strength 3.
And that's Shadow Temple Way of the Hero number 2.
we just talk about Shadow Temple Way of the Hero instead? I like Shadow Temple Way of the Hero.
It's a medallion, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can once you get access, you do it. Easy. Talk over.
Talk over. No, it's,
I wonder what's in there, though.
I don't think it's Shadow Double. I think that's the second hint stone we've seen, right?
Yeah, it was just the second hint stone. Yeah. I usually count the hint stones.
Oh, there was a copy at a Temple of Time? In Cax with double Shadow and double Sacred Forest meta?
No. We found 2.
Oh, dear. We were talking about something when we checked Temple of Time hints. Leedo, you should go adult because we want to know what the Temple of Time hints are.
Yeah,
also
we forgot.
Also because you should be adult already.
Yeah.
That's like... Partially because JudgeLeedo should be adult, and also because we are selfish and we want to know the Temple of Time hints.
Those remain, unfortunately, not yielding anything.
Yeah. It's in logic, but... Okay, planting the bean, which is good.
I wonder if Leedo's going to get pissed once he gets the hookshot from Judge shooting.
Maybe a little. But...
Also, he really wants to... I think you really want to fix the time of day here somehow.
Rhea found the other copy of Bottom of the Well.
Crater had Epona's song, it looks like.
Yeah, also Epona's song.
Epona's song doesn't really do anything since we have long shot.
It doesn't, but it does mean that Maria doesn't have to literally get the long shot to go to GTG if that's something that she wants to do.
True. Maria just being very, very efficient at the moment, just like being able to do most of the checks along the way. I actually did not. Oh, nice cheese.
We have a wasteland chest.
Yeah, I did not see that earlier. A wasteland chest hint. Wasteland chest is dead hint near the wasteland.
Convenient.
And that's the other Valley Foolish hint. It's on the Death Mountain Trail wall.
Very nice. Actually, those cheese are probably very well timed for Maria.
Oh, Maria skipped. Yeah, Maria skipped the hint, right?
Oh, right, the hint out at Colossus, yes. But those are very well timed chews because if you're about to head towards Danago's Cavern with 3 bombs...
I mean, you need one to get in. Oh, we don't have strength. But she just found a couple of chews. I wonder
That's
how
what I'm
many.
saying. The chews are probably extremely well timed because that will get you deep enough into Danago's Cavern to refill your bombs.
Stick upgrade. Stick upgrade.
Very nice.
Doesn't really matter that much with Kokiri Sword, but it's still good to have.
I'm still really used to using sticks for everything these days, so...
Yeah. When I played a lot of... Like, in Scrub Season 2, I played a lot of, which was, like, Season 3 of the main tournament settings-wise. Like, pretty much the same. And I was so used to not having Kokiri Sword that when I started playing Closed Deku and I had the Kokiri Sword, I actually, for the most part, still used sticks because I had the muscle memory of killing Goma with sticks. And then one day during a tournament race, like, just a race, I decided to... It's a good idea to just try out, like, doing Kokiri Sword crouch stabs. And because I was not used to it, I failed the one cycle in Goma because... Muscle memory is just... Like, if you rely on it too much, then...
Oh, trying to farm some bombs off of the
Yeah.
Emos.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah, it's actually one of the things that took me a little time to get used to when I switched over to doing Open Deku. Because I started on S4 settings.
Yeah.
It's a lot more lenient to get the Goma kill with a slingshot and a Kokiri sword than with a Deku Nuts and a broken stick.
Yep.
You use a lot longer stun time.
Yep. And you don't need to waste all of your sticks. Like, you don't need to pay attention to your sticks because you have the sword.
Yeah, I'd say it's very convenient, and I definitely will grab whenever I have Slingshot and Kakiri Sword. I'm like, yes, I get to have a relaxing Gilga fight.
Yeah. But like relaxing is like if you're racing competitively, relaxing is not really the thing you're looking for. You really want to go fast, and like
I mean, it's just as fast. It's just as fast. It just also means that I just need to not stress about getting my timing down.
I really wonder if like using the slingshot is actually slower or not.
It's
like you have to.
I've never timed it, but it has to be seconds off.
Kind of, yeah, but like seconds. I don't think it's more than a second. It's like
it's certainly faster than missing the one cycle.
Yes, that's true. Everything is faster than missing the one cycle.
And it's not like I miss the one cycle that much, but sometimes when you're first starting off a seed, it's like, maybe I just want that extra bit of consistency.
Sometimes you're just a little bit rusty, or like you feel like you're not warmed up properly. Like things are so easy to mess up. Like
so I mentioned yesterday after we raced that I picked up a pixel shot.
Nice.
So I tried doing a lot of the things when I'm trying to learn stuff. I'm like, okay, I have to load up the ROM and do it cold. I cannot do pixel shot cold. Because I need to have been playing for a little bit to be able to actually move my stick a small distance.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some benefits when you're first starting out in a run to having a bit of a... Oh yeah, all these explosives.
I mean, when I tried the pixel shot in that race, I pulled, like, while doing the setup, trying to do the setup from memory, which then turned out to be correct. I started watching the video in case I was wrong, and then just like I started for like a solid 2-3 minutes to just try to hit the platform. Then I eventually hit it. I was surprised, but like it's still better. It was still faster than going back to like as child and adult and setting both of them up.
Well, it was faster than last locationing it, which is what I did.
Yeah, imagine getting items on your first trip.
That was those 18. Yeah, that was the 18 minutes you beat me by. That was me last locationing it.
Yeah. Oh wait, was that
Song
of Time or Ocarina of Time?
How vanilla?
Water is required. I wonder if that comes into play or not.
Well, we should watch that. Also, keeping an eye on GTG if
True.
Or they go there.
Buying a bunch of bombs here. And sticks. Yeah. Leedo's just refilling all of his arsenal.
Roars, very nice. Yeah. Also, imagine going to Lake.
I wonder how Leedo feels about that hookshot, though.
Yeah.
Did Leedo go back to
I'm sure he'll feel better about it once he sees that. Okay, yeah, SFM is double. Shadow Temple is double. Yep.
Oh, that's bad. Maria farming some bombs here. Yeah. Fun fact about this drop: you
didn't quite get all the way.
She didn't quite get it.
Didn't quite get to the reload. In order to make that work, you have to walk completely into the next room. So when you look at the mini map, you should see the other room on the mini map load, and then walk back.
Yeah. So to just explain. You can hit the pot, but when you don't pick up the bomb drop and you reload the room, come back in, then the drop is still there, and then you can, because the drop does not count as collected, but the pot respawned because you reloaded the room, you can just like get an extra 5 bombs out of the pot, as long as you do not collect the drop first. And with a bow, you can even do that 3 times, so you can get up to 15 bombs on that with a bow.
Oh, I haven't seen that one before.
It's so nice.
I'll have to try that.
Okay, wait, did Leedo just... Yeah, Leedo just planted the bean. Leedo is still child.
I think Leedo's going to hand in Keaton Mask, which, again, you don't need the boomerang yet. Hold off.
I mean, he's here to plant the bean, might as well.
He's already planted the bean.
Yeah, but
planted. It was planted previously, on a previous trip.
Oh, okay. So he's just... Yeah, Maria's just rushing ahead at this point. But I wonder what she's going to do next, because we don't have, like, the answer's not that obvious. We don't have that much to go off of.
Yeah. So we'll get the. We still don't know where our medallions are. That's great.
Yep.
I'm just like sitting here going, just like quietly vibrating. Also getting Dampe digging, which I'm sure, having seen the graveyard way the hero, is weighing on him.
Oh, I thought he already did that like 3 times.
Tried, I guess. I don't know.
I thought Maria was going to reset for a second.
Like,
I don't know
why.
why.
Are you doing? Why would you do that? This is
This is a medallion. Don't do it.
It's a medallion. Don't do that.
I think at this stage of the game, you still do it, even though it's a stone, even knowing it's a stone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, you don't know
like
what's
medallion.
an OT yet. You don't want to come back for the dungeon reward. That would be kind of silly. That's something you can do in, like, if you're really checking for an item on a boss and you just know you don't need to do AD at all, then you can, like, save reset out of a boss room of a stone dungeon. But if you're not 100% sure, don't do it. That's way too dangerous.
Yeah. It doesn't take that long to go through a blue warp, you know?
And that's Maria picking up the big stabby.
Very nice. And again, that's exactly when you want it. So... Oh,
as early as possible,
tried.
yeah.
Well, you can't use it as a child, so no point grabbing it then.
Yeah, but just having it early.
Uh-oh. That looks like a controller problem. Okay, there we go.
There's so many Deku shields on the way today. Oh, Leah's going to get the magic here too. Yep.
Well, that's good. Again, I approve of turning in your skulls.
I really want the letter to show up next, so that we can actually get the bow.
Well, there's a milk. That's not a letter, that's a different kind of bottle. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about...
Oh, that's Minuet, by the way.
Yeah, you said we might not see it. There was no reason we had to see it, but it is nice to... It's really nice
to set up Skull Mask. That's why I wanted
Mask,
to see it.
Yeah, for Skull Mask, and also just getting the song off of
going into Stone Forest, I mean.
You go into Stone Forest, yeah. It's dense.
Maria really wants that bottle. Where was the Poe bottle again?
The Poe bottle was on Hot Rodder.
Oh yeah. She's not going to pick that up anytime soon.
This is actually something that I learned the other day, which surprised me because I was watching someone, someone who's new at the gameplay, and she had just learned how to do ground jumps. You can actually ground jump up that central pillar.
You can also use the hook shot, like the long shot, I think, or the hook shot, and a jump slash. Also, all of our stones and medallions are broken again.
Oh dear.
All of the refs. Get your refs in chat. Wait, what?
What?
Wait a minute. I can't believe it has been an hour already.
Yeah, like, it's been almost an hour, and we've got... we don't know what our forest fire and water medallions are. We know that we need to go into Shadow Temple a lot.
Yeah. We have 3 reasons to go there.
We know there's something on Child's Side Spirit. We have no idea how relevant it is. Ah yes, the Ref Medallion.
Wait, the Ref Medallion from Ref Temple?
Yeah. All right, and we're back.
Have we been gone?
Maria had a pause there, but
oh yeah, Maria needed a pause apparently.
That's fine. Like, I actually have like some pretty intensive hand issues, so
me too.
I can totally understand taking breaks in the middle of a run.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we are actually at about an hour, and right before we get into our intensive Dante race, probably. Why don't we just talk about our awesome runners here? So thank you to JudgeLeedo and Maria Marreparres for allowing their match to be restreamed and showing everything off. Thank you to our trackers, Kari Okami, and Sinja. And to my fellow commentator, Dare Devon.
Also to my co-commentator, JudgeLeedo. This is a lot of fun with doing this with you. This is a lot of
fun, yeah, this is great. And we have our race monitor, Kaori, and our restreamer, Catch Up the Duck. So, yeah, if you like what we're doing here, if you would like to see more of it, give us all follows. Give any of us follows. We do a lot of this stuff.
So, first look at Composer's Grave by Maria in a second.
Yeah, unfortunately no bow, so we can't actually just like wave the fire arrows vaguely near the torches.
Also, happy 1 hour, and Lido's still child.
We'll see if this pays out, but it really hasn't so far.
It really has not. I mean,
it hurts my soul a little bit.
He will have long shot during Adult 1. So, what would be the ideal scenario for him is that you never go back child again. Other than going to Jabu, of course. And that's Song of Storms.
Song of Storms.
For the Foolish Well. This adds 3 checks to the pool. Nice, thanks game.
So
thanks for nothing.
But it's Wave the Hero Graveyard. So you might potentially be interested in Kokiri Storms, Death Mountain Trail Storms, or Frogs in the Rain.
Frogs in the Rain, not so much.
Oh, wait, Zora's River.
Yeah, River's foolish. We know that.
Okay, so 2 checks.
We're picking up fire arrows.
Yep.
It sounds weird, but we are a letter away from using a fire source. It sounds ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is with the King Zora skip being found out, that like just a regular bottle became so much more impactful and powerful.
Yes.
Like usually, like you in the early game, you look at the milk bottle at the windmill is a good example. You see that and you think like, is that really worth picking up? Without King Zora skip, no, it's not really. Unless you like want to farm skulls or something, you have a high skull seed.
Mm-hmm.
But if Mweep skip is on, if that's allowed, then that bottle is so important all of a sudden because, well,
you need a bottle to do anything in ice.
Yep.
Yeah, and what are we looking at right now as far as our potential song in Ice Cavern? Nothing all that relevant, I don't think. It's like Bolero. No, Prelude check is Bolero. So we're looking at like either Vanilla or Minuet, which like neither of which I'd be too motivated to Weep Scheme for, to be honest.
Yeah,
if I had other stuff to do.
I mean, once we get Iron Boots, we know that there's something at the bottom, right? There was something. Oh no, Icy Waters was a bomb bag. We already have a bomb bag, so we're not going to get that. But it was just in the back of my head that there was something, but not what it was.
Well, at least there's nothing interesting on Dante Race today, so we don't have to have further muddied waters about what our Graveyard Way of the Hero is.
Yep. Lido's still child. Lido really wants the Rang in his child 1, but he's not going to be able to use it anyway.
The only thing that would be good for would be farming skulls, which in absence of a live 30 hint, a live 30 hookshot.
We've found the 30 hint, right?
Yes, it's a red rupee, and we have 2 hook shots in sight.
You're really going to put some work in for those $20.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's worth it.
Yeah.
just like calculating a weight, like an hourly wage from that. Is that really worth it?
Well, I mean, you probably want to do the 20 anyway, since we haven't seen the 20 skull.
Yes.
Yes. So if you're talking about 10 skulls for $20, I don't think so.
If rupees and dollars are the same exchange rate.
I really don't think they are.
I don't think that Leedo's playing so safe that is actually way too risky.
Yeah, I think being highly thorough, there comes a point where you have to have a comfort level with leaving stuff behind.
Yeah. The bomb bag as an adult just unlocks so many checks, and even like it unlocks a lot of checks as child too. But those are just way faster to pick up as an adult. So
although it looks like Maria is going to go back child, but I think we'll have to see what she does with. Oh, are you just checking what our medallions are?
DC job. Okay, Spirit is the false medallion.
Vanilla Shadow.
When the vanilla water.
Okay.
I really want to go into Shadow.
I mean, I always want to go into Shadow.
You know what would be really cool? If this is a seed that just screams fire arrow entry. It's not allowed in the standard rule set at the moment, but I would be so in Shadow. I don't even care if I spend like 5 minutes to try to get it, because with a double wave the hero Shadow. Well, if I had hovers, like I don't think going in without hovers, like just for the 2 checks.
Yeah, there's no bow. But, for one, there's no bow.
There's no bow. Yeah. So once we get letter, at least. Like, of course, within reason.
Would I FAE here? That's a great question. If it was allowed, would I do it?
If I had enough, like, if I had the items to do it, I would. If it was allowed.
Honestly, that would give you a ton of information about where Dins is, if nothing else.
I mean, it gives you information of where Dins is not.
Precisely. Also,
but that's really
look
important.
At this beautiful symmetry that Maria is heading into Child 2 as Leedo is heading out of Child 1.
Yeah.
So I think that I understand what you could be doing in a Child 2 at this point with Maria's information.
Yeah, but like, that adult section didn't really get that much going either. Like, we have done a little bit of progression, but we didn't find anything new that helps us.
I think what I might do with this, you have a child range weapon available to you, and you have Requiem.
Child Spirit.
Child Spirit.
Yep.
So tidy up this bit of the field and get your boomerang and do Child Spirit.
I feel like the Storm's lock checks come into play here too. Well, the 2 Storm's grottos at least.
Trying to figure out what you want to route here. Well,
I mean, we know that
this is actually this is a surprisingly constrained early game.
Yeah, it's a really dry beginning. Just you pick up the long shot, which enables us to go to GTG. So maybe like the first 2 checks in GTG or something.
Yeah, depending on your confidence with Reverse Naked Wasteland, you already had access, but
True. I remember learning Reverse Wasteland, but then I was like, no, I'm not going to learn Naked Wasteland. I don't ever need that. That doesn't come up. And then the next seed, it actually came up, and I couldn't do it. So I went all the way through the Wasteland to get to the Sand Pit, and I was stuck. And I was mad. So if you learn the Reverse and Lensless Wasteland tricks, you might as well go the extra mile and learn the crossing the Sand Pit without anything.
Yeah, it does come up. It's not very hard. It does come up.
Like, nowadays, I don't even think about it. Like, I just cross. When I want to cross, I just cross. I don't care. But
most of the time, I'm doing it just because I don't want to call the stupid horse.
Yeah, the truck.
Turn opponent to glue.
Yep. So Leedo is retracing Maria's steps, and Maria is farming some skulls at the moment. I think this is like routing the Song of Storms checks as well. Like you can easily do both of them from this position.
It's a good place to do the storms checks. Take care of some of the Childborn City, because you can full clear that right now.
Oh yeah, Maria can full clear Childborn City. That's actually awesome. I feel like Childborn City, except for the check we've already seen, the hot water, might have something.
It's been such a dry start that I wouldn't be unsurprised, honestly.
Yeah.
Grab the boomerang for Child Spirit, because Maria has set up Soul Mask.
But what are we looking at? Like, what item can we expect to show up next? Like hammer, maybe?
What would we need to... the hover boots?
Okay.
I don't know what those do, but...
No, fire arrow entry even more tempting once the bow shows up.
Again,
nah,
with that bow we have.
We're not doing that. We're sticking to the rules.
One, we're sticking to the rules, and two, I have managed to do it moderately consistently after a good practice session or two. It takes 22 arrows, your entire magic meter, some serious thumb tendon strain, and your sanity, on top of it being banned.
And you have a video running. Like you have like at least the description of it running. It's like somewhere on your screen.
I actually
I cannot do it by heart. I look at
the
thing.
I have the first half from memory now, so we're good.
Yeah, but the problem with the second half is that it's just so slightly different that it's really easy to mix them up. That's why
we're not doing fire arrow entry today. That is not a thing that's allowed. We are just memeing about it because starting next week they are trialing it in the S5 test settings.
And Maria also picking up the rang.
Yeah, memeing is also banned. Greg is banned. The Neighbors Love is banned. Everything is banned.
Oh, Greg is so banned.
You're the one who banned it, Thunder. I don't know what your problem is. You said it was illegal.
So, Childborn City here for Maria. Not just yet. Child Spirit would be applied too.
Yeah, Child Spirit, I think, is the... Oh, Skull Kid?
Skull Kid, yeah. And potentially setting up Bunny Hood. Some people like to do that.
Yeah, if you have Jabu ahead of you and you don't want to backwalk through the entire fish because you're afraid of falling down a hole.
And she's doing it. I knew it.
It's a game, have fun.
True. I feel like it's easy to, when you're trying to get into the game very competitively, it's really easy to just stop having fun, like to lose your ability to have fun. And, well, if you're playing a game but it's not for fun, what are you even doing?
Right?
I feel like when you have less, like, the more fun you have, the more you're enjoying it, the less pressure's on you, and the better you're going to play as a result. So the harder you try, the worse you're going to play. So just keep in mind that this game is a lot of fun, and don't forget to have fun. Yeah. Most important lesson from me out of season 2.
Yeah, one of my coaches from when I was a competitive fencer would just like tease me and tell me I needed to relax all the time, and I'm like, funnily enough, I fenced way better when I was relaxed.
Yep. Like that goes for everything that's in a competitive in any way. Okay, Papa D.
Childborn City checks. Let's see what we got.
Just a bomb refill.
Well,
okay.
I won't say no to that, considering I think Maria was low on just ordinary bombs.
Yeah, true. I mean, Maria doesn't know that. Like, Maria still has a lot of stuff to do as child. Like, she can do Hyrule Field, into Lake, into Domain, I think. Or has she already done Domain? I don't think so. Has she done
Rhea's
domain?
not done domain.
I remember someone did it, but I can't remember on which side of the screen.
That was definitely Lita, because...
Yeah, I know he did it.
Lita just did all of the, just all of it everywhere. And yeah, I definitely agree with, like, co-op being really fun. Even if you're not playing it, you know, competitively, playing a Seed co-op with a friend is really great.
I never played a Seed co-op, ever.
I've actually done it with people who don't... Oh, that's big. Okay. Goron Pot has strength. Oh.
Trent!
That's gonna really hurt for Lita, because Lita does such a strong, long child section and couldn't get that.
This gives Goron City Pot with strength a completely different meaning.
It's true.
Wow. Yeah, also known as Trent's Pot. This pot had, like... Back when... was it Scrub Season 1? I don't know, but like... Trent rolled a couple of seeds in his early days of seed rolling. And I think he managed to actually roll with like strength. Doing the Goron City Pot with strength was in logic at that point still. And he managed to roll like 2 or 3 times. That's actually the first bomb bag in there. And then that trick got heated.
Yeah.
Understandably though.
Yes.
Okay, second bottle for Maria. But like you go outside here, up DMT, and just do the storms check, right?
I would do it, but looks like we're not. Yeah.
Maybe a
but
domain.
As far as co-op
play.
stuff goes, domain definitely would be a good plan. But or getting the bean out of the river.
Oh yeah, for the hook shot.
Because the long shot is required, we have water.
Oh, I just realized something. You don't need to plant the bean, you can get it with the boomerang.
You could get it with the boomerang.
If you know how to do it, you can.
Yeah, I don't have that consistent, so... There's definitely some tricks where, like, depends on, like, which ones you put the time in on. Like, I definitely have not found the time to make that consistent yet. And in a race situation, I would probably take the time to grab a skull and a hint and a bean and warp back. And instead of stressing myself out over a trick that I didn't have completely in my back pocket.
Yeah, it makes sense. But,
if I was doing async or something just for myself, I might like pause my timer and just grind out the trick.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that trick a lot of times already. So, like, I'm not 100% consistent at it, but I think it's still worth, like, trying 2 to 3 times that you, like, when you know you eventually get it. It's still faster than, well, grabbing a bean, planting it, and coming back as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, the initial alignment is, like, where you have to free aim and look for a visual cue. That's the hardest. But then you do, like, you throw the rank, do 3 side hops, 2 backflips, and then it's yours.
The other really good thing about co-op, just like kind of coming back to circle back to my thought and complete it before I forget what it was. You can play with people really wildly different skill levels and have a good time. I've actually played with my partner who does not play randomizers almost at all, like who's played vanilla but doesn't play randomizers. And it was actually really fun because although like the only time he's played a randomizer it took him about 7 or 8 hours to finish, we actually had a good time playing together because I could just go do all the terrible checks and let him do the stuff that's pretty easy.
Yeah. It's like, let him like do the easy fun part of the seed, and then he's like, oh yeah, this game is a lot of fun.
Forest, I got it.
Yeah. This game is a lot of fun. But then, like, once he starts to do more seeds and maybe get into racing, that's when the truth will strike.
Yeah.
Like, this is not all fun and games, ironically. Sometimes you have to do bad things.
Yes. And then you're in the basement of Stone Forest.
If you don't want to do these things, I have a hint for you. Don't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes you just have to do things that are not optimal to do, checks that are slow, checks that are not fun to do, chickens.
Listen, sometimes you just have to do the chickens for the fans.
Sometimes you just have to do chickens. Like Gerudo Valley as well. Like, Gerudo Valley is not really stressful or anything. It's just like a lot of hiking, a lot of walking.
I just resent it.
Yeah, Valley is barren this time, but sometimes... Dude, I can't count the times that Gerudo Valley being Way of the Hero, like finding that hint somewhere after skipping it as child, saved my butt from losing. Gerudo Valley, Way of the Hero is such a good hint.
It is. I'm gonna point something out while we're standing here. I don't think Leedo knows this, but this is actually a great place to have long shot.
Yeah.
Because you can climb up on that platform where the bomb flowers are, and you can long shot up to the vanilla bomb chest with it. So you can actually not have to do this jump if you have the long shot. Also, like bomb jumping up to there, using a ground jump to get up there is also an option.
Longshot Longshot makes so many places so much quicker. Forest is a good example. There's like
Longshot does not trivialize a lot of things as much as the hovers do, but it's still kind of nice.
It is. I will never say no to a Longshot.
Yeah, Longshot is really quite good.
Yeah, we just... So while we're seeing things that have already been done, what can we expect to find in Shadow Temple?
Alright, so what can we expect to find in Shadow? Well...
It feels like most of the seed is actually just locked behind Shadow. So once we find Dins...
Yeah, once we find Dins, that is a full clearable Shadow Temple. Iron's another strength is an option. Letter would be an interesting option.
Well, you for sure then hope that that bow in Jabu is not your first. Because it is in logic to beat Shadow Temple without bow if you set up Scarecrow Song with long shot, yes.
It's just not the fight. The bongo fight is a lot smoother with a bow than with hookshot.
For sure. Yeah, Furores helps with additional decision making.
Yeah, Furores is definitely a real boon there. Yeah, the Dins is an interesting thought. I think Child Spirit seems likely at this point. Potentially also GTG.
What can we do in GTG though? We can do like 3 checks.
Yeah, you can get over there. You can... Yeah, you can do 4 checks. 4 checks?
You can do Stalfos, you can do Beamers, you can do Wolfos,
Fire enemies,
which is 3.
you can do Wolfos.
Yeah, and the torch slugs. Like the where you use the hammer that room, killing the enemies, that's 4. And out of logic with like hammerlock, normally hammerlock check, that adds a 5th one. But that's a big commitment for just 5 checks. They are pretty far apart within the dungeon itself.
Yep.
And you leave a lot of checks behind too.
Yes. So it's not very tempting.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, we can get... Wait, Fortress is not foolish, is it?
Fortress is not foolish. Our foolish are Valley, River, and Bottom of the Well. So it could be the top of River Fortress. So that's, what, 5 in logic checks over in that area?
Yeah.
Not a ton. I still like Child Spirit because we have the Requiem Way of the Hero, we have logical access to cross the wasteland as an adult, so that does imply there is something on Child's side, probably a small key. But
oh yeah, Adult Lake.
Adult Lake.
We could
I hate Adult Lake.
We could do 2 checks in Forest Temple. And with those hovers, depending on key logic, we could actually also go into the courtyard.
Yeah, you might be able to break into Forest Temple through the
Yeah, but it's a stone, so it feels bad by default.
Yes, but Stone Forest can happen. Wasn't I just talking about doing Stone Forest?
Checking courtyard is not the worst thing in the world. Courtyard is actually kind of okay. The rest of Forest is really bad, though.
Yes. The courtyard's really pretty snappy. Also, did I say something about Child Spirit?
Yep, there we go. Maria's doing it.
Looks like we're hitting Fountain Fairy Colossus Fairy first. I'm okay with that.
Wait, but Maria never went to Lake or Valley, right?
Maria just finished out Child Fishing.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, she went through Domain, but she didn't go. She didn't go out to Hyrule Field. She didn't do Valley because it's hinted, obviously.
Yep.
So she's going to save a little bit of time on Leedo here. But, like, she's just... I feel like she's ahead at this point. But
I think she's comfortably ahead because she's
has the strength and the hovers.
She has covered her ground more effectively.
Yeah, and she also avoided to do things that Leedo already did.
Also, it looked like that DMT Storm's Grotto had nothing.
I can see Leedo making a little trip through the crater here, and then end up in Kokiri to play the Song of Storms for the grotto,
which would be very good. Oh, almost at 20 skulls already.
What? 20?
That was 19 for Leedo.
Ooh. I wonder if they feel really bottlenecked into that.
Honestly,
like being at 20 skulls this early on is a mood, especially since his child was very, very long.
That's a play. It's probably a pre-planned play, if nothing else. But I tend to be an aggressive skull collector, but I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be at 20 without having gotten most of them from dungeons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you like grab them along the way. Oh,
like
good
I've
thing
been
Maria...
rewarded for aggressive 20 skull collection before, but I tend to get them out of dungeons.
Yeah. It's like dungeon skulls are just the preferred skulls. Because they are on the way when you do progression anyway. You don't need to go out of your way to get them. It's just so much quicker. Leader grabbing the horse. No fire dip. I think at this point you could have argued with the fire dip. But that's like very desperate. That's a very desperate move. Do we have Bolero? No, we don't.
No Bolero yet.
So you kind of like, I could see going into fire and trying to do a couple checks. But again, it's a stone. Oh, and boss keys on child side.
Yep, there's our Requiem.
The mystery has been solved. We know that why Requiem's Way of the Hero.
It is the same reason it's normally.
Hot
There's
strats.
a key.
Yo, did that work?
Does that work?
It did not.
I hope
I
it
think
did.
it was
It
close.
didn't. That looked really good. You know what? It worked in my heart. It worked in my heart, okay?
Yeah, the issue is the angle. You kind of need to go... This is much better. Did that hit?
Nope.
I would just use the ring at this point.
Yeah.
Although the timing on the backflip, yeah, you can just continue to jump down now.
Yeah, I've never gone for that with the pot before.
Oh, I've tried it with the pot before, but I've not tried to do the quick stride where you backflip into the void.
Yeah, that's what I mean with the quick stride into the void. I do the slingshot into the void whenever I have the slingshot.
You can do it with the Rang too, but you kind of have to consider that the Rang has a little bit slower travel time, So you kind of need to time the backflip differently, but it still works sometimes. And that Goron tunic doesn't really do anything right now.
It does nothing logically, yeah. So this is one of those things where either having done chickens or having the chickens hint with the wallet tells you that this is nothing to do with that right. Away the hero.
Quarry's right. There's no small keys on Child Side Spirit.
Nope, it's just the boss key, but that's still very required.
Use the Rang.
Can you get it from...
Yes, you can get it.
Cool.
The Rang's hitbox is really weird.
Yes.
She needs to step back a little bit, though, because she's way too low. Yeah, there it is. 16 skulls as well.
Very nice.
Both of them have a lot of skulls.
So, what's our next play?
I mean, she was hoping for Child Spirit to be a little bit more open than this.
Same, but... Yeah, and I agree with Adam in the chat that without Bow or Dins, getting the Firelock checks as a child is really good. Yeah, and it is going to GTG.
I feel like Forest Temple is the play.
We got a strength, we've got hovers, we've got a hookshot.
Just go inside and see if the key logic lines up for you to get into Courtyard with hovers. And even if you don't have hovers, with strength you can still push the block aside and then recoil into the Courtyard.
Don't hate the thought.
It's not that I've not seen that before.
Didn't you see this extremely recently?
Oh, Leedo avoided it.
Yeah,
struggling
he was using
the Reverse Wasteland.
He was using the cue. He was using the stop off in the center of the box, which I don't know how that one works, to be honest.
Me neither.
I just hang a left after doing 8 rolls.
Like from the other side, using the box is actually pretty simple because you just line yourself up with the flags and just go. Once you reach the box, the hard part is getting to and from the box from the other side. And he avoided again.
Those levers are being mean.
Oh, Maria's actually doing it.
Maria's doing the thing you actually
Yes, she got it. First try. Let's go.
Yeah, good job, Maria.
See, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard, I know.
Nice. Very nicely
nice.
done. So what's the play?
Yeah.
I don't think we can do much more as child. There's literally nothing left, I think. And as an adult, we have like Forest Temple, GTG, and that's about it. And Fire.
Yeah.
A little bit
Forest,
of stuff in
GTG,
Fire.
and Fire. Ooh, those are all really appealing options right there.
All the irony.
Yep. I do think GTG is nicely aggressive considering the entire area around it's barren.
Yeah, the problem with GTG is that you go in, you get an item, you come back, you go back, like get another item, like a bow or something, then you have to go back to GTG to something else, and then like finding more and more items for GTG progressively over the seed. It's like never a good time to go back because you're always going to miss something.
This is a play that would make a little more sense for Maria because Maria has Furor's Wind.
Oh, Maria's actually setting up the bunny hood.
Bunny hood.
Yep, we're doing it.
We're doing the bunny hood.
Oh, maybe she intends to do the Hyrule Field checks as child with bunny hood. Also, Hyrule Castle Ferry. We've not seen that yet, have we? Because Leedo had the super long child section, but
without ZL.
ZL was an adult, so there was no way for him to get that. So this is the first time we look at that. Yeah, Furor's really helps Decotroy, that's true.
Or you could just turn on CSMC and then GTG is like a no punish play.
Leader should have furores, yeah. I think so.
I kind of forget where it was.
Leader opening the gate.
You don't actually need to do that in these settings.
Nope, you don't. That's very true.
Because we have random spawns are the weakest form of entrance randomizer. And in entrance randomizer settings, you can open the gate from the other side because otherwise you can get trapped over there.
Yep.
Note, if you are playing in the co-op tournament, it is not entrance randomizer, you can get trapped over there.
Yep. I've been so used to the lady being there on the other side of the gate that once I come back to non-entrance random, I'm going to mess that up so hard.
I'm not saying that we messed that up in practice seeds, but we messed that up in practice seeds.
No way.
We would never have done that.
There's no way. Leader getting lost a little bit in Gerudo Fortress, which is fine. Gerudo Fortress is... If you go into more doors than you need to, then... Fun fact, you don't need to go through any of the rooms if you have long shot, because you can just hook yourself over to the vines and be on the top rather quickly. You could also just walk around.
You can also just jump.
You could also just walk around. You don't even need to do that.
Yeah, you can also jump because walls are very real in this game. Yeah, we actually have a pretty slow start to the seed. There's a bottleneck we have not really found our way around. It's somewhere, our best guess is it's somewhere in Euro GTG, Forest or Stone Forest or Stonefire.
I think we pretty much didn't find any new items for like an hour now.
Yeah,
except for like, hover boots and
hovers.
Strength,
Yeah, and hovers and Strength on Maria's side.
But like those by themselves don't do much.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah.
Alright, so now we have 4 in logic checks here in GTG. Well, mod would have our keys we get. Well, actually no, that doesn't help any.
Let's see if GTG actually has something. There has to be something in here. It's either this or Forest Courtyard. Like
this Forest Courtyard Fire. Oh, it does have the Floor's Wind. Okay, that's
all the optional dungeons. How many optional dungeons do you want to look in for your items? Yes.
Yes.
It's so stupid. So, okay, now we're going to find, in that order, a bow and a strength upgrade. And then, then Leo's stuck, because we're not going to be able to do the strength 2 stuff without the other strength upgrade from Goron City. Also, Leo's probably going to offer those Child Goron City checks for...
quite a long time, yeah.
A long time.
Not even peeking the right side? Honestly, if I knew I had GT... Honestly, if I had OT, if I have OT time, I want to see what's the freestanding.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can, like, try to fetch a couple keys and then save scum the right side. I think that's much better. Like, I think you're going to do that anyway if you get 2 keys.
Yeah. One option would be to just route the right side and just go for the, fire enemy's room first.
Yeah, I mean, if you save scum the right side anyway, you don't even need to touch that room at all. Because you're just going to save warp back to the beginning from the fire keys room.
Yeah.
Also, it's not true. I don't hate anything cute. I love cats.
I don't think there are any cats in this game, though.
Yes, I think there is one. The grandma in the back of the potion shop has a cat.
Wonderful. I'm glad to know this now.
Yeah,
I'm just amused by the pack of feral dogs that lives in the market, and just like we just have all these identical Scotty dogs that run around and just terrorize the market at night.
Yeah. Has any one of you tried to dupe Richard once? To duplicate him? Because I've certainly tried.
No.
You know when you have a dog with you and you play Sun Song, it turns daytime, the dog is still with you.
Yeah.
So I tried to like do that to Richard and then see if there's like 2 Richards, but no.
Richard is a special boy.
Yeah. And then like you have Richard with you during the daytime then, and you talk to the lady and she's like, oh yeah, that's my boy Richard, but like he's not there. Like, wait.
They gave him special attention in the code to make sure he behaved properly.
Why is Leader doing this? Maybe he doesn't want to fiddle with, like, trying to aim through the invisible wall.
Perhaps.
Maybe he's just doing for entertainment too. Never considered that.
It's also possible. The other thing is, another possibility is, I personally prefer to have my hookshot on either my left or my right C button, and sometimes if I end up with my bottom C button, I'll accidentally just do whatever my left or right C button. Yeah. And maybe just roll with it after you've already dropped a bomb.
Yeah, I'm a hookshot on C down person, but I'm like, I'm trying to get used to, like, to not get too used to it. I'm trying to get rid of that behavior that I have to have sticks on C down and nuts on C right. Because the seed starts you out with sticks on C right and nuts on C down. And I don't want to menu for that, just that thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it when I feel like in Deku, like going up to Golem, I feel like my execution is not as good, I'm not as warmed up, I switch them around most of the time.
There are 3 keys in Logic.
So what is this going? If this is something, then where's the hammer? Okay, it's nothing. So we got 3 keys. I assume Leader's going to scum the right side of the maze. See what it is.
Ketchup, I'm not sure if Maria's been back to the graveyard yet.
To pick up the... Wait, to do what?
Pick up the long shot?
She grabbed that with the Rang. She has
with the
long
Rang, yes,
shot.
she has that. Okay.
Yeah. You should probably mark that.
Marvelous.
She has it. She
absolutely has it. Yeah, she has it equipped as purple, right.
Okay, right side. Is this AD? Is this AD?
What flavor of AD is this?
Yeah, what flavor? That's nothing. So ideally you don't want to see anything here.
Yeah, a key would muddy the water.
Okay, money.
Money.
Yeah, so like even if there's 1 key here, if toilet is a key, we can reach the center just fine without AD. Okay, there's 1 key here. That's not too concerning.
So if there's something at the center of GTG, the game thinks you need to finish all the dungeons.
Yep.
But there is nothing of relevance in GTG at the moment.
Nice slingshot on adult fishing. Yeah, I like that Maria's doing adult fishing, adult lakey, because we've not seen that yet. That slingshot doesn't really do anything other than like unlocking 1 more check. Yes. Oh, that would be terrible. If that target, oh my god! Yeah. If it's the target that unlocks like the bottlenecks the seat, that's bad.
Awful.
Yeah, Kawari, I kind of missed my timing for the fishing joke. Like maybe I remember when Lido does it. When Lido goes to adult fishing. If goes. Oh, we found something.
That's important.
There it is.
It's not in Logic.
Is it?
Is it?
But that wasn't the first check, right?
What was the first check? Was the first check a key?
Wait, no. The
first check on the left side, was that a key?
That's 4 keys locked, and we have 3
Logic keys. Was the first check? Was the check in the ceiling a key? I missed that entirely.
Wait, wasn't Din's the check in the ceiling?
I don't think that was the check in the ceiling. Was it?
I'm confused.
I thought it was on the ground.
I'm not sure. But this Din's is huge right now. Well, for Lido, not so much.
If ceiling check was a key...
If the ceiling check was a key, then this is in Logic. That's mean.
Hovers are in Forest, or in Kikiri Forest Storm's Grotto.
Okay, Maria's actually opting to do Forest here, which is understandable, but it's...
But
it's not the correct call here. So this is Leedo's chance to pull that to pull ahead.
If there's something in the first 2 checks.
Or like at least to.
Thank you for checking the VOD of Alpha. So yes, it is in logic.
He can make some time back here at least.
God damn, GTG.
Rush GTG with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Works every time.
I really wonder if this pays off and there's something the first 2 checks in Shadow. That would be really good for Leedo. Like, then it doesn't even really matter that much. That's a key. It was a key. Thank you for checking, Alfalfa. So, Dead Hand. What do you have? Ooh, that's a sick Goron tunic.
Really nice
color.
Goron tunic, yeah.
It's such a deep purple, holy crap. Is it like it looks? It doesn't even look like.
It's like halfway between purple and blood red. Very nice.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, is there something mixed in with that? That's not just plain purple, right?
I mean, we can't actually have holographic tunics in this game, but it does look very nice.
Okay, there's 2 keys, so everything in Shadows
you gotta
is
have
hover
those
locked.
hovers.
So now Leedo's needle in a haystack
decision?
search for hover boots is going to begin.
Where are you headed? Also, Maria is going to be locked out of forest.
Really? Did we not find any key?
No keys. Where's she next?
That's good for her because she does something else instead now.
Yeah, because that pretty much puts her in logic options into fire, which I think that looks like a fire setup, considering she just grabbed a fairy.
She has the tunic, though.
Then I don't know.
Go GTG, Maria.
I wouldn't have felt that bad about forest, because forest you can get through really fast.
Like the courtyard, at least.
Like, I think she's taking a moment to figure out what her next plan is.
Well, you can do Floor Master, and then you can jump down into the courtyard and do courtyard as well. It's in logic, too. Yeah, Floor Master needs a key. You need 1 key. Then you can do it. Then you cannot go up there.
I think that she was planning on taking the time when she was in the courtyard to figure out what she was doing next.
Yeah. What is this? Is this a fire play, then?
I mean, this looks like fire.
I mean, I think I would prefer to go to GTG instead of fire, just because it's way more guaranteed checks. Forest, I don't know. Forest is like I don't like it.
You have to warp right there.
I don't mind.
Right there. The courtyard takes like minutes, like a couple of minutes to clear out if you can get in, and to get 2 skulls.
Like just finding out if you can get in or not at this point, it makes a lot of sense. Just that way you can just rule it out entirely. At least for now.
Right. And kind of the same thing, I guess, with... I don't know. Fire, on one hand, like, from a commentator perspective, is helpful, because fire has so many locks, as far as it tells you, like, well, fire can be bow locked, fire can be bomb locked, fire can be strength locked, fire can obviously be hammer locked. Hover's locked. That we get a lot of information by someone going into fire and seeing where the keys are.
Yeah, but it's just...
But at some level, it does feel a little weird going there sometimes as a runner, because...
I mean,
if you don't get any items, is this information gonna be actually that helpful to us?
Yeah.
Helpful to me as a runner? To us? Yeah, yeah, I like this.
Watching does not lose you any time.
Yeah, we don't...
Playing the game, however, does.
Precisely.
It's weird. I I mean, we have hovers, so we're not going to get hovers locked, really.
Yeah, the hovers locked part would be more key.
Okay, so for Maria's sake, we hope that this is not a key, right?
Yes, for Maria's sake, we want to see a
It's
watch key or a bow. Okay. You know what? We'll take that.
Back to forest we go. Please don't go back to forest, please. Go back to DTG. This is like your check dance location by a mile. Please. She's thinking. Please go. Oh, that's forest.
Yeah,
yep, she's doing it.
Forest.
Damn. I think she's just going. I think you're just going to full clear forest at this point. So even more time for Leader to actually get ahead now. And Leader's back child too. Leader's going back child too, so I think he might just clear up some child stuff and actually get his hands on the hover boots and the strength upgrade.
Strength upgrade, and that would be very powerful.
But first we do child spirit.
Which is a very good idea.
Of course. But it's something that Maria's already done.
Yes.
And it needs to be done eventually anyway, because Boss Key is the reason why Requiem is Way of the Hero.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun.
So what are we looking at for our Shadow Way of the Hero now? We're still missing Strength, we're still missing Rudos.
I know what we're certainly not looking at. We're not looking for Hammer.
Why aren't we looking for Hammer?
Yeah, Hammer's on the Kakiri Storm's Grotto, which, from a routing standpoint, actually make a lot of sense for Lido to do when he's in, like, around Lost World's Childgrower City area anyway.
And I would find it very odd to come back here and not commit to child cleanup.
We're still missing a lot of items.
If you feel like your very long first child segment was problematic, maybe you consider just going back adult. Who knows?
I really want Forest to pay off now. This, if Maria does focus Forest, there's nothing in here that just feels so bad.
Yeah.
There's another bow. There's another bow on Compass chest.
Alright, so...
Yeah, that's so bow locked.
Over under. Is the Rudo's bow locked?
This bow is so bow locked.
But is Rudo's bow locked?
I don't know. Could be.
I mean, want to start looking at bow lock checks.
I mean, that bow was not... The first bow was not too hard. Like, okay, not too hard to find as a stretch, but...
Yeah, the decision to dip fire is always a hard one.
Yeah, so, like, Maria just has even more items now that Lido doesn't. So in terms of items, like, she's actually in a really good spot. Except for that Dins, because if she got that Dins, she could just do Shadow. She's
in an excellent position to complete Shadow once she goes to DTG.
Once she gets Dins, like Shadow, full gear Shadow, do your progression, get 2 items out of it. So we're missing Iron Boots, Letter, Mirror Shield, Strength 2, and Light Arrows. I think that's pretty much it. Well, that's still a lot of stuff to do, especially at the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
This seed is very, very slow.
Yes. Yeah, Alfalfa points out there are 2 things you can do in here to avoid collecting these silver rupees. You can light the torches with Dins, which Lido has, which is the big advantage he has at the moment. Or you can, oh dear, grab fire from the other room.
Is that quarter heart? Is that a quarter heart?
That is a quarter of a heart. Or you can light the torches from the other room with a stick.
Yeah. I think if you have Dins, that's the fastest way to do it.
Yeah. Alright, I think you're safe. I think you're safe. I'll also grab the skull from this side. Is this gonna be 20? If this is over 20, I'll be very surprised.
I've never seen him pick up the 20th skull.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. That's exactly
okay,
20.
That is 20, okay. Killing that keys for a good measure.
The Floor Master didn't have anything, unfortunately. Need to pick up the Goron Tunic, realizing that Spirit Temple does not have anything for him that's useful at the moment. So what's your next play, Leader?
Playing Nocturne. Ooh.
Going to the graveyard? No.
Looks like Maria is setting up for the Hover Boots ground jump in Forest, which is always nice to see.
I don't feel like you really want, like, you only do that if you're committed on full clearing.
Well,
like,
she's already cleared the courtyard.
Yeah, but like, oh yeah, that's a death. Rip.
Yep.
F's in chat for Lido.
F.
Like, the problem I see is, like, if you find something good in Forest, like, in the middle of, like, where the poles are...
And you want to bail?
You want to bail, and not pushing these blocks makes it really hard to bail, because then you need to do all the ground jumps, like, going up again, if there's anything else in Forest. So either you full clear now, or you commit on, well, when you bail out of Forest, you're not going to come back. I mean, you're probably not, if you bail, you're probably not going to come back either, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you bail out of the middle of Forest, you lose, pretty much.
Yeah, I think if you call that Forest doesn't have anything else for you halfway through, I think you just commit to that call.
Oh, she could also just set up for Roars up here and leave.
Lita's about to get the hovers.
Oh yeah, those hovers are giving him a real boost. Yep, there they are.
Gonna stick to your current route, or are you going to...
I think he would have played a song already. Wait, we don't even have a quick way to mark it. No Serenade, no Prelude. I think he was considering it. Like, it looked like he was considering it. The seat is crap.
I do really love that little tiny Furor's optimization.
It's really
cool. Where if you set it in the twisted hallway, untwist, and come back, it will be back in the state you want it to be.
Yeah, the issue is with, like, if Lido did not do the cleanup while he was here, he would have regretted it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that if you really go hard on that really long early child, you would have to be committing to just hard abandoning anything that would be left if you left now.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn out that this is, like, probably the right decision. I mean, of course, the fact that there are 2 other strength upgrades out there in the world, and maybe they aren't strength locked.
Yeah.
Although at this point, I don't think that's very likely.
A strength upgrade might actually be very interesting, because there could be one in Forest, there could be one anywhere where Lido can pick it up, where Maria doesn't. And then we still, like, it's still pretty much
one in Shadow would be incredibly interesting, actually.
Oh, that would just be in Maria's favor again, right? I mean, it's not really, because Lido just will get the strength upgrade that Maria has this second. But like, if there's one in Forest, then yeah, if there's one in Forest, then there needs to be one in Shadow for Lido. But Maria's going to pick that one up anyway, so then she knows it's strength 3 wave the hero, whereas Lido does not know that. That's a boss key.
Forest just wants you to keep going.
Yep. Forest always wants you to keep going.
I'm sorry I cursed you by talking about Stone Forest, Maria. I will apologize until the moment you see an important item.
Again, everything is just in the optional dungeons. Leader going to river. Where was the river foolish hint? Where
there
was
was one that was both of them have seen, and there was one that is at the bottom of a valley, which Leedo saw.
Leader spent so much time on the overworld this seed. Whoa. Oh yeah, he doesn't know.
That,
he just doesn't know.
He's just forgetting. We are at, one moment. 2 hours in, and that's kind of understandable at this point. So
happy 2 hours.
Happy 2 hours. So thank you to our runners for putting on this wonderful show for us for the past 2 hours, and probably for a little bit longer. That would be JudgeLeedo and Marreparres Maria. Thank you to our trackers, Kariokami and Sinja. Thank you to our race streamer Catch Up the Duck and race monitor Kari. And thank you for being here with me, Devin, to commentate.
Thank you too.
Yes, if you like what we're doing, follow Scrub Central, follow any and all of our runners, commentators, trackers. We do a lot of Zooter stuff.
Just follow everyone. It doesn't hurt. Like, you just click a button. That's it. They don't have much to do. Just do it.
What bullshit have we missed here? Oh dear.
Well, this seed.
Oh hey, another wallet.
End of the story. Yeah, that's a second wallet. That doesn't do anything, right? Does it? Buy Blue Fire, do King Zora.
Paradox Letter?
Paradox Letter could still be a thing.
We don't have a we don't not have Paradox Letter.
Oh, 51% bullshit. I don't believe that.
Honestly, it's not been exceptional quantities of bullshit, except for the fact that it's just been dry.
Yeah. Like, a lot of good items and a lot of bad checks that are really spread far and wide.
Yeah, we don't have Paradox Letter, exactly.
It's Schrodinger's Schrodinger's Paradox Letter. It's both Paradox Letter and not Paradox Letter until you find it.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
Yeah, so as far as the bullshit, mostly it's just been, all of the items we've had just don't work together to get through it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, nothing really fits together.
The only dungeon we've had completable has been Dinago's Cavern and Deku, unsurprisingly, and Stone Forest, which Maria is.
Yeah, at this point you're so close to finishing, might as well just like, just clear out the dungeon entirely. And Leader will have an entire forest temple, shadow temple ahead of him, which is double wave the hero, so that's going to be exciting for us as viewers, but also will help him progress in the seed much further. There's just one problem. He does not have a bow.
Yeah, so we'll hope
he did set up Scarecrow, I believe.
Scarecrow setup, and that he enjoys showing off.
Two strats.
Yeah, two strats or hook shot on Bongo. Milkweed is calling a letter on Phantom Ganon. Oh, we got 2 more checks in Forest, and
2 letters on Phantom Ganon. I don't even know how to react. That's incredibly bad.
In Forest Basement does seem to attract stuff for whatever.
Yeah, it does. It does seem that it likes to attract strength upgrades in particular.
So Leeto's heading into my favorite dungeon again.
So if that's a strength in the basement here, that's what some people consider vanilla strength upgrade, because it's in here so most common. Of the time. It's so common, yeah. Let's see if it's vanilla strength. God, that sounds so stupid saying that.
Oh yeah, just like the sunblock room in Spirit is the vanilla mirror shield now.
Oh yeah, that one is amazing too. I mean, I'm okay with the Miroshi being in Spirit, but why is it in that specific check? Like, that's my least favorite
That
check
one.
in Spirit.
Oh, that's that one.
Alright, Strength upgrade, here we go. Question mark? Nah, nothing.
Well, the health refill is nice.
Like, Forest didn't have anything except for, like, the second bow.
And the wallet.
And the wallet, you're right.
Logical Zora tunic.
Okay, that's a Web the Hero item in
Iron
Shadow.
boots.
That doesn't help us that much, though. It helps us to beat water, but...
Well, I mean, getting us our 4th logical medallion.
Yeah, going to Ganon's castle. It's now on the table. Also, whatever item we find next, like, it's either Strength or Mirror Shield or Letter. If it's Letter, if it allows us to beat another dungeon, so then we're just missing our tools for Spirit. Oh, Maria missed the arrow.
Yeah.
That was... Phantom Ganon is so mean.
Also, Chuckles brings up there's a hookshot target there. Yeah, most of the time you'll see people actually hookshotting onto the
platform.
the wood itself, the platform itself, because if you hookshot anywhere on that platform, you'll just grab the top. No aiming required. That's not the real game. That is the real one. Okay, why is it not as shiny as I expect it to be? Yes, we know. If you would like to know what we actually have, both runners have a Pocket Spirit Medallion, a Donaga's Cavern Light Medallion, and a Deku Tree Goron Ruby.
Oh, Maria.
Maria is currently fighting mightily for her stone forest.
Oh, the medallions are gone again. What is happening to the Google Sheet the entire time? Like, this is weird. I've not seen this happen this frequently. Oh no!
Oh, nothing in forest.
No, that feels bad. That's really
that is
agonizing.
agonizing.
Damn. No.
Well, we'll see.
Well, that go like, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less.
Well, that does give Maria one place to go.
Yeah, she has to go GTG now. Like, right now. That's not GTG, Maria.
Tourney and Skulls.
Oh yeah, she actually got...
put that off.
At least she got her skulls along the way.
Yeah, I put that off, but yeah. Oops.
Composer's Grave. Yeah, we have fire arrows.
Composer's Grave too. Fire arrows.
Let's go.
Yeah. AD for War big key would suck a lot.
It's
money. I don't want that. It would be good news for Maria, but it's also just bad. The other thing that could be good news for Maria is heading towards GTG with a bow.
We have seen Sunsong Grave, haven't we?
We have.
Okay. Curry with the puns. Just don't pay any attention to that.
We also have a trip to adult shooting gallery in CAC, which is, considering the location of those bows, interesting.
I don't think, like, seeing that bow in Forest, I don't think I've ever seen a bow that was more bow-locked than that one.
That is an incredibly bow-locked bow.
Incredibly bow-locked.
And again, considering how tight this seat has been, I feel pretty strongly that you could be looking at Rudo's letter being bow-locked as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's not enough coffee in the world for this. We're gonna turn off the puns.
Just give her a refund, alright?
A repun?
Like, a refund. Okay, that one was worth 20,000 channel points. Well, now we're good, okay? I can't. It's not that I cannot pun, it's that I cannot force puns. Like, forcing, like, puns are a little bit like taking a dump. Right? Like, don't, like, if you force it too much, it's just going too hard, right?
I'm sorry. Just give me a second.
Please don't let me be the one who killed you on stream today.
Don't worry, I died. I'm dead. I've been revived. It's fine. So, did I send you a paradox letter?
I think we mentioned it a couple of times. Can you hookshot that thing?
Maria's fish farming.
Dude, why can you not hookshot a wooden door? I don't get it.
It's rude.
You know what would really bail Maria out? If the boss key in water is locked by Song of Time.
Yeah, I think Alfalfa was pointing that out. It would be a. It would make that forest absolutely required.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think you need money for fire when you already have Goron Tunic from Child's Spirit. This is absolutely paradox.
She's doing it! She's buying it! She's really buying it! That could also save her. Okay. So...
That's interesting.
I could actually see an ice play. The issue is, though, that...
Ice is weird. Ice would be weird right now.
The issue is, though, that, like, the wallet doesn't even mean that much, because we can we not get into Ganon's castle with having done Shadow? Or am I missing something?
Having done Shadow, we could get into Ganon's castle. Maria doesn't know that.
Yeah, Maria doesn't know. But it could still be Paradox Letter, but without the wallet, kind of, because you can get into Ganon's castle, get blue fire from there. Letter can be on King Zora, yes. And the only two ways to get that is to either buy blue fire with 2 wallets and a bottle, or to go to Ganon's castle first.
I mean, I think the reason Maria
Shadow's the third med?
Shadow's your third med, yes. So you do water, which you now have access to with
Oh yeah, we can do water. Well, Lido can.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean...
So, the reason that Maria wouldn't go to GTG is that you've just burned a bunch of time in... There's letter.
We found it.
Yep. You just burned a bunch of time in Forest, and you wanted to pay out.
This puts the Bowen logic in Jabu.
Yep, so it's not a bow locked.
So Lido is going. Lido does not ever need to go to fire. Lido just completely dodges fire. This is a huge save.
That's really big.
That's a massive bailout.
Yeah, Maria really needs to go to GTG. It's just the end of it.
But there's still hope. I wonder why she's avoiding GTG this hard. She has the bow too. Like, I think having bows like makes it reasonable to go there. And that's just nothing.
You have all of Fortress to do with the bow. You have several checks. Yeah. I don't think I would avoid it this hard, but...
The problem, though, is that now, like, we talked enough about how nice King Zora's skip is, but knowing that is actually a curse in this situation more than a blessing, because you've walked up here to check Paradox Letter, and now you kind of have to do ice. You have to.
It was a very well done, KZ.
It was, but At what cost? I really wonder if there's anything here that helps out.
Yeah. I mean, you should know at this point that you're looking at Serenade or Prelude.
Yeah, we got all the other songs.
Neither.
Wait, no, we have not seen Bolero yet. Or was it hinted?
Bolero was hinted on Prelude?
Oh, that's why. That's why I thought I imagined that I saw it. At least we're getting some money back here.
Also, refund on that.
Yeah, this is
that's
like.
What do you buy at this point?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Leedo does not have a bow, but he has Scarecrow set up, so.
If you see where I place that, it's like the line goes straight through the second part. Once you have that down, press the bomb shoe button twice as fast as you can to give it proper time to go. If you press the second time too late,
I want to pay close attention to this room now, because I want to see if it was actually feasible, if it was allowed to do fire entry. I can't let that go. I just can't.
Alright, let's find out. Let's find out.
Okay, so far we can.
You either had to get too far to the left, too far to the right, or you were a step back from the wall. So adjust those.
Nope, we can't.
Absolutely could not today.
Damn it.
So, you're welcome.
You get to the last check and be very, very sad.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is gonna be one of my longer tutorials. This is how to do the Shadow Temple.
Now, having practiced that out quite a bit, I think that a Way of the Hero Shadow would be a very good
Shadow Temple with the following items
plan for that.
Required. You need the Highland Shield, the Master Sword.
I mean, also, yes and no, because you're going to leave behind the 2 items that are locked behind dins. And there could still be something, even though this place already had 2 items.
The regular boots, obviously. The hero boots, you don't need bombs. You need bomb shoes for this.
Oh.
Leader's looking up the shoe, yeah.
Shoe strats. Beautiful.
But you have a long shot.
Does he actually have... Has he been to like?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I know Maria has. I don't know if he has. He may not have.
I mean, you can also set Feroz in here.
Yeah.
And come back, but then you lose your Feroz in GTG, whatever that's worth. I usually look up shoe strats when I'm on the boat. Because you don't need to do anything on the boat, just watch a movie or something. Literally. This is a setup I've never seen before.
Alright, so let's see if this pays out.
Is that a new setup? Is that actually a new... I have never seen this. I know there's like a trick where you align yourself with the wall and then do a couple of side hops, side rolls and stuff like that. And then you end up doing this. But is this really going to work?
Yeah, I tend to... The reason you want to do all the stuff with the side hop, side roll, etc., is that all of those things put you in a very specific position. Yeah. And getting that specific position by hand can be very difficult.
Exactly.
Or you can do it, or you can just Deadeye it. Good job.
Nice.
But doing a lot of those things by hand can be kind of difficult, and the reason that all those steps were developed is to basically get you to that repeatable position and angle in a, consistent way.
Yep. That's pretty much the definition of a setup, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely something where when I was first watching, I didn't understand that the reason the setups existed was everything.
Why do they do that? Like, all of that.
It's not actually, you know how baseball pitchers do the thing where they're just okay, I have to adjust my cap like this and twitch my glove like this, otherwise I can't pitch. Yeah, except that in Zooter, those actually move you a particular direction and spacing that is consistent every time. It's not just superstition.
Yeah, I can see why people look at this coming to the game, coming to a new game, or not even having that much experience with gaming at all. They look at that and they're like, yeah, why not just jump, right?
Yeah.
Oh, barely missing the one cycle here. I think there was one more crouch stab missing. Long shot makes this a little bit easier than hook shot, just because it's longer. Makes sense,
Bongo's
right?
being rude too. Just lots of the punch cycle.
Oh, yeah. A lot of punches. At least the other one didn't do the same thing. Bongo with a metronome.
Yeah, the quick kill is this. You stun lock at 150 beats per minute.
I thought it was 160.
That was 150. Yeah, 150.
Oh, nice Zora tunic.
Zora tunic.
Oh, that's Greg in the red eyes. That was Greg.
Bye.
Hi Greg, bye Greg. Bad meme.
That's strength on Bongo. Oh dear.
Yeah, Maria's finding all the meme items for us too.
Oh, is Maria's going for a glitchless.
That was
and
cool.
gets it. Very nice. If you can do that first try, it is faster than
Yeah.
waiting for the bomb to go off.
Also, these jumps are especially useful if you don't have bombs or a shield.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely something where I want to understand like why Maria is so reluctant to go GTG.
Yeah, she's really hesitating. It seems like she really does not want to go at all. Yeah, that bow is bailing Leader out so hard, honestly. So how could Maria turn this around?
There is the mirror shields in a bow lock check deep in GTG.
Yeah, so JudgeLeedo never goes back to GTG. If that's the case, then
Because I don't think in Lito's position I'd be reluctant to go back to GTG because I have a lot of progression to do. AD for water is AD for water, big boss key is
also she's going to get a warp song here. Let's hope this is
Prelude or Serenade.
I would say I would say Serenade. I would say Serenade is better. Or is it? Nothing in ice. Serenade. There's just
this
like
is one of the reasons I tend to be a skeptic.
Yeah. Like, this was really risky. Like, you know the song is not going to get you anything. And like, okay, you were up there, I get it. But like, it's still out of logic, and like, I don't think that at that point you're looking for something that's out of logic. You're looking for something that helps you in logic.
Yeah, you're stuck behind something. There's something in logic. And more to the point, you're not stuck behind something skippable.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just like, oh, I'm stuck behind bomb bag, who cares?
Oh, let's shoot the sun. Have we seen a hint for that?
We have not.
Is that? Oh, that's a slingshot, I think.
Yep, that's a slingshot.
Oh, I was like, okay, this is like it, like from the side.
It looks a little like a gauntlet.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was going to get at. Like, that would have been really good. But then again, Leader would have gotten that as well after water. Also, yeah, Leader's not going to miss the slingshot either, that way. It's just there. Okay, this is like the
show
fourth.
Up if you summon her from here.
Yeah. Okay, Leader going for the Jabu play here, going to get that bow. I think that's reasonable. Just Go, child.
You know where it
get
is.
The bow.
You need that medallion.
Yeah. And really need that bow next.
Yeah, you need both of those things. I think that's a great plan.
So we're looking for strength 2, mirror shield, and light arrows.
Well, we know where strength 2 is. So just mirror shield, light arrows.
Did I miss strength 2?
It was on Bongo.
Oh my god, I missed that. So Shadow Temple has 3 items. So suddenly we're just one. Like you go to Shadow and suddenly 1 item from Go. That's so weird. And this is Maria going to GTG.
Yeah, I want to see all the block checks over here. This would be very important.
Yeah, Mirashid kind of has to be here for her to make a comeback. But then again, she has to do the entirety of Shadow.
In Shadow, if you're going at a fast clip, is 14, 15 minutes.
Yeah, probably like a little bit less for top players, but like in Group Nocturne, I would say like around 14 minutes, probably. Maybe 15.
Fish. Who needs a fish? Oh wait, you mean Jabu? Jabu needs a fish, right?
Yeah,
Jabu needs a fish.
Jabu didn't have breakfast yet. It's not going to let anyone in.
Actually, speaking of breakfast, I only ate half of mine. I'm gonna go rewarm it. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Leedo is now a solid Shadow Temple ahead here. But like, I don't think that Maria has any other option than going straight for Shadow once she gets the Dins. But like, you do the maze last. What's happening? That was weird. Colossus' right hand is a key, so Longshot is required to beat Spirit. Maybe just pressing the stick into a direction and looking at the track or like something. I wouldn't want to play this game with a wireless controller, I think. Or at least make sure that it's fully charged before a tournament race. Maria checking the roof before going into GTG, that's very fair. Meanwhile, Leedo making progression in Jabu. Leedo's going to be so happy to get that bow. I mean, he knows that it's there, but like that's the most convenient bow to get, especially given that the other one was just in fire. Like, you don't have Bolero. Why would you go to fire? Like that's like a last location, unless you like really get stuck and like have hammer or something, then you go to fire. The second strength was indeed on Bongo.
Alright.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Alright, so he just got... So Maria just got through the Grudo Guard fight?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're seeing horseback archery. That's also a ball luck check in the Garuda area, right?
Mm-hmm. How's the seed? Everything's in Shadow Temple. Din's Fire is in GTG.
Yeah, Shadow Temple basically bottlenecks the seed. And with that, like, Din's is the bottleneck of the seed. That's a nice 1000 horseback archery.
The scrub is not on in these settings. This is no scrub sanity.
Oh no! No! No!
Intensifies.
That's not what you want to see. I mean, if you don't go to GTG here and follow the hammer instead, that's on you. But that hammer is dangerous. You don't want to go anywhere near fire.
No. Yes, ironically, the Scrubs tournament does not have Scrub Sanity.
Yep. Yeah, if it's AD, like if it's really AD Fabowski, then Maria's in an even better spot now. Because she has the hammer, and who knows when Lido comes back. And that's a claim check. We've seen that already. But I've completely blanked on that. And that's another bottle in Jabu.
Did we have a hint for claim check?
For Bickeron, I don't know.
Oh, okay. And that is new.
It looks like we don't. We have all of the hints, okay?
Excellent. But no, the Scrubs tournament is a tournament for new and developing runners. And the joke is just that we are all Scrubs. Ironically, this happened about the same time as they had Scrub Sanity on in the weeklies, so it was very confusing.
You're about to get that tasty bow. You really... This is like the one thing that he really needs right now is that bow.
Yes, that bow is very important for him.
So after this, I just see him going straight to water and beating that, and then like you could potentially go Ganon's, try to fish a mirror sheet out of Ganon's.
Although we'll be interested to see if he can beat water.
True. I mean, we will still have 4 medallions. Water is just not one of them.
Yes.
So Ganon's castle is still open.
Absolutely.
Well, good that you asked, Press Play. The Scrubs tournament is an Ocarina of Time randomizer tournament. There is we play other randomizers in the community though, just for fun. Some of them for racing too, but like the official organized stuff is mostly Ocarina of Time.
Ah, we have medallions again.
Also, that nice magic refill that it actually is not a refill.
It's just there.
It's just there. They forgot that. Like, the developers forgot to remove that or something. It's really funny. Like, it shows up, you can even get it without having any magic. Like, any magic meter. But it doesn't do anything. It's just funny. Also really funny because magic is used nowhere in GTG. I don't think there's anything in Magic that uses GTG that uses magic. So why would put a magic refill there? Maybe there was intended something to use magic and like I don't know.
Good point. I don't think anything here.
Just scratch content.
Yeah, maybe the this puzzle originally involved elemental arrows.
Oh, that's a good theory.
There's a lot of fire stuff in this dungeon. It could have originally involved the fire arrows.
I mean, at some point early in development, you were supposed to get the elemental powers for your arrows from the medallions. So fire arrow would give you fire medallions, water medallion give you ice arrows, light medallion gives you light arrows. But like they never went into that any further. So the ice arrows are not very useful within the game itself. I think they were just left in like they just put like we have them coded right now, so let's just put them in GTG and just make them something optional and fun to use, I guess. They didn't really want to scrap them entirely. And like with that I can actually see that like if ice arrows were not intended to be the final prize of GTG, I could actually see GTG's puzzles involve more elemental arrows too.
Yeah, I know that one of the things that's just like remarkable about playing these old games, and one of the reasons that I enjoy them so much, is that like you come to realize very quickly that it's remarkable these games actually hold together at all. It's like it's remarkable these things even work.
I think Maria's going to take a death here.
Yeah.
Ooh, dodged it. She has a fairy too.
No, she no longer has that fairy. That fairy was released upon going into Ice Cavern.
Oh yeah. Using the nut strats here.
Maria?
Ooh, that was dangerous. I don't know what happened there. Maybe she got distracted.
Yeah,
Happens
something.
sometimes.
Yeah, she's been pausing at odd times throughout this run in a way that, again, like I feel
Oh,
like
it's really the controller. It's the
that
controller
does seem
broken?
like that does look like controller.
Oh no. Controller issues are not fun, especially in a tournament race.
Well, Maria will be getting her Inspire extremely shortly here. She'll save scum this side of the maze.
Maria figuring out that there's nothing on right side. So she's very, very close to just getting the dins.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anything further into GTG.
Yeah, very nice Baronade fight. Leader just tearing through there. Which puts him at 4 medallions. So Ganon's castle is now on the table.
And that's all fully in logic, so...
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so now
That's
we can do water.
interesting.
Wait.
Yeah. Okay, but Maria can't
There's
go
the
deeper in the
dins.
maze with the 4 keys. 4 more keys she has. She will
We have
actually
to
get
more
all of the
keys
chests
to-
here along the way. Arrows, fitting.
Yep. Although you're going to be... You'll need to come back with the strength upgrade
To make it to the center.
to get to the center.
This is where you kind of wish for a hint that says, oh no,
Wait,
never mind.
No, wait. I can count. I can count. I can't count.
I mean, could have been. Like, if that last one wasn't a key, then...
It wasn't a key,
Could've
but I
been.
just also can't count. This is something where... Nope.
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 Okay, go to Shadow.
I'm just gonna shadow. Do your
Right
shadow.
this second, Nocturne. Okay.
There you go.
Good. Maria's on the way. So now she
Simultaneous
has to
shadow-
catch up.
simultaneous
Also,
nocturnes.
Leader's tracker's broken again. I don't
Oh,
know what's
dear.
going on, dude. I have no clue.
Alright, so in about 15 minutes, Maria should have shadow done. Same items.
I wonder
think
if you
Maria
can hear
might
the
head to straight to water after, actually.
Yeah, you go Adult, you go Water, you go Ganon's, and you hope that the Mirror Shield just is on the way. So, I mean, what else do we have left? Except for water and cannons, like the rest of GTG was
water,
strength 2.
cannons, the rest of GTG, fire temple.
Fire.
Oh, spirit, yep.
Yep.
You know, just that like nice big chunk of items behind strength 2.
Could just mean spirit. Yeah, that's like I feel like you go spirit before Ganon's castle actually. Because you still need to be looking for keys in spirit anyway. Might as well just find the Yoshi around the way.
That's a good point.
So do spirit and after that Ganon's, after you're done with water. Yeah, just drop them on the floor so you can recollect them again.
No, we just have broken trackers. There's been just some we just have technical difficulties. It's fine.
Too bad. I was going to see how hard I can push that joke.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Yeah, mirror shield just in the sunblock room again.
Yeah, every time.
Just for reassurance, we do have someone trying to fix the left tracker, yes?
Yep.
Yeah. Chat, we are aware. It's been the tracker's been periodically breaking the entire stream. We will do our best to narrate and keep you posted.
So Maria's slowly making her way through Shadow, finding iron boots here. But Leedo's just like, on top of like the rest of Shadow, like most of Shadow, he's also an entire Jabu ahead.
There's a lot of progression done.
Like the lead is just really, really strong right now.
Yeah.
He
really dug himself into a bit of a hole with that really long child section, and then he just won it all back by electing to go GTG early.
Yeah. Like sometimes avoiding just one location is a very, very costly mistake. I mean, it's not really a mistake, right? Like she did other plays that were like equally as good. For the most part. But it just happened to not pay out.
Yeah.
Like, it's still random after all. It's like the GTG play could have not yielded anything, and Dins could have instead been in Forest, right?
Yeah, there was no reason Dins wasn't in Forest, or wasn't something else important wasn't in Forest.
Exactly.
Now we're seeing cannons. But there's still a lot of good stuff to go. Yeah, GTG without bow, without strength 2, without summertime is a big risk. However, from our perspective at that time, we had what did we have? We had fire, forest, and GTG, right?
There was like, including the one that's out of logic without hammer and GTG. We were looking at 6 checks in the area versus like you get 2 checks out of forest, but you need a key to progress further.
2+ in forest, 1+ in fire. Given what we do, it was actually statistically not terrible.
It was like when you go to GTG with nothing because it's statistically your best play. That just tells you something. Like this seed was really hard bottlenecked into that didn't.
And then Shadow's just like, here, items for you.
Yeah, Shadow just showered you in items, like all of them. Strength 2, letter. Iron boots, like everything.
Actually, I want to pay attention to something here, because this is absolutely a counterfactual, because both runners made it to Chalgoran City before coming to Shadow.
Why is Leedo in Ganon's castle? Well, it looks like he prefers to do Ganon's.
He was standing there.
He prefers
he doesn't have Prelude or Serenade.
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense, yeah. Also, remember when before the race started, like, yeah, Nocturne is like a budget option if you don't have Prelude or Serenade, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
Yep. No Prelude, no Serenade.
So Prelude has to be on...
Prelude's on Burning Tack.
Yeah.
May I repeat you. So this is actually counterfactual here, but I'm going to pay attention to the top two chests here, because this would tell us if that strength at the back of Shadow is strength 2 or could theoretically be strength 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's absolutely strength 2. Okay.
Yep.
So it's obviously developer intended to clip through the spike traps and go up there. So,
yeah.
But actually, you're supposed to be using strength to pull out a block to defend yourself. So those two keys on the top are the only strength lock checks in Shadow. Really? Really?
I was really surprised at Maria just like back walking off of that platform. Looks like she nailed this one. Nice.
Yeah.
It was like looked like part of a setup or something. Be very close so know where the edge is instead of like just walking off. Which has never happened to me before. Like ever.
Why would you
not
just like jump into the Shadow Temple Void Out plane?
Yeah, why not?
It's a great place to be. I have all my mail forwarded there.
That's the second small key, but no strength 3 inside just yet. Oh, that's Mirror Shield. That's glow mode.
That's go or glow.
Oh, Maria.
Potentially.
Yeah, boss key. The only thing that matters now is where's the boss key in water.
And where's light arrows?
Oh yeah. I mean, where would light arrows be? On toilet?
Well,
like where would light arrows be?
Doesn't have hammer, so if they're in fire, he has a problem.
Yeah, true. Because we are 100% locked out of fire, and then he can stare at his second bow as long as he wants. Like that's not going to change anything. I still feel like going back to GTG is at some point just his statistically best play. You could also say my castle in strength 3 is required, and like, this race could still go either way, but Leedo has a massive lead at this point.
Yes, considering he has all of the required items for our medallion dungeons. Ooh. Well, went out for it.
So at this point, do you go mode Spirit? I would say yes, you do. Spirit is such a short dungeon if you're only looking for keys. And
yeah,
if Ganon tells you...
I think you go for it.
If Ganon tells you where light arrows are anyway, like, I think it's... You can live with that. If he says Spirit Temple, then you can live with that.
You have
it's just like,
Wind.
They couldn't... You have Requiem too. It doesn't really matter. Like, I would
rather...
more
to get back to Ganon's castle, because without Prelude, that's a hike.
True. We're picking up the letter, probably not being too happy about this. That's second magic. Interesting. The first one was on 10 skulls.
Yeah, and considering how much was in Shadow, I think that... Oh yeah, that's absolutely magic locked.
Yeah, because every item that unlocked the other medallions. Like, there was 2 medallions locked by Shadow at this point.
Unless light arrows are behind strength 3, that is second magic.
So we're looking for...
Fear was in water trial.
We're looking for 3 small keys, that's one of them. And the boss key, and then we can just leave Spirit.
Well, boss key they both have. That's Child's
Boss key they have, yes, so we're looking for 2 more small keys, which are not that hard to find at this point.
The double SFM Way of the Hero is a little annoying, but the double Shadow Temple Way of the Hero, not really surprised.
I think Shadow would have been fine with like a normal, like just a single Way of the Hero.
I would have been fine, but I'm not surprised.
But like, what else could have changed this? GTG Way of the Hero could have.
GTG Way of the Hero would have pushed them hard, both players hard there.
Yeah.
Because Maria put that off far too
long. It could have just been that instead, but no, it was a double Shadow, which you're going to full clear anyway. Like, why? Game. Why are you like this?
Yeah, double Shadow, which you're gonna full clear, and that you got completely bottlenecked through.
Maria enjoying her boat ride. Her advantage here is, although it's very minor, she has a bow. She has also set up Scarecrow.
But yes, but that the bow does make that fight at the Bongo fight more consistent as well.
Yep.
As we saw from Leedo, the hookshot fight is very doable, but you typically will go for the bow fight, so you have more practice with it.
Oh yeah, no, Leedo has
a bigger on sword. There will be no nut strats today, unless there will be no required nut strats today. Let's put it that way.
That's one of the missing small keys, so one more.
I never actually thanked you for this, Devin, because the one time I was hanging out in your stream watching you do nut strats, the absolute next seed that got rolled for me, I had to do it the first time. I'm like, I know how to do this.
I can't even remember when I last did nut strats. I think I only ever I've been playing
never
this.
Happened, but...
I played this game for like almost 3 years at this point, competitively for like a little bit over a year, and I never I had to use nut strats like twice. Actually, once I was out of nuts, so I had to use hookshot strats. That was fun.
You can absolutely use BGS in vanilla. I believe I actually did in my vanilla playthrough, but this is like the old lore. This is the old.
You can use it. You can use BGS.
I have like very vague flashes of memory about like exactly what vanilla I did in my first vanilla playthrough because it was so long ago. I just know I did it because I remember the Spirit Temple Suns really, really vividly.
I can't. I don't think I remember anything from my very first playthrough because that has been like way too long ago.
I just know I must have finished it because at least gotten through the temples because I remember this room that Leedo is in. I remember this room in particular very vividly.
I wish I could remember. I think I've just played this game way too many times. What swag? What swag are we talking about?
Oh, we'll see if he does it. If not, I think I know what Matt is talking about.
Hover boot strats for this room. Melt the face for rolls back to the top, and then don't use hookshot, but use.
No. There is like this little teeny little optimization I've seen people doing where you can target a You can target one of the pots and use it to set your angle to side hop down
Really?
into the beam of light. It's this teeniest little optimization. I don't know how much time it saves. It looks really cool though, so I mean, why would you do anything other than to look cool?
Yeah. Saving time is overrated.
Yeah.
We have all the time in the world, right?
Yeah. It's not like we're racing.
No. That's just pressure no one needs.
That was also a really nice bongo kill on Maria's side, man.
Yep, the one cycle actually. And there's Maria picking up the strength too. Realizing that Shadow Temple was just stacked and probably not feeling too good about this. So now Maria's just going to rush some dungeons here. Like Jabu into water.
Probably water into Jabu.
But then... Yeah, she has everything to do water, so... And she has Serenade too. I could see her play Serenade here. There we go. So now it's time to find out if this is really AD or not. Well, we can find out if it is AD, but we cannot 100% exclude the chance that it is AD, because it could still be because of Toilet. Like, I don't think Toilet was hinted, and I don't know if Toilet is a key because no one has been there with strength.
We have not gone to the back, so we cannot rule out Toilet being a item. Light arrows in the toilet would be a day.
Yeah. So
honestly, that would be one of Maria's avenues to get back in the game, but I almost don't want it. It's... Just not like that.
Okay, so 10% chance for boss key being AD locked. There's 11 checks including Morpher, but it can't be a Morpher, so 10. And the boss key always gets, in Fill Logic, boss key always gets placed first. Okay. So it's a true 1 in 10 chance.
Okay.
Yeah. So we want Maria to do as much of Water Temple as possible and not find the boss key. Because Leedo's going to do the same. Like that's if we want Maria to catch back up. Because she's in a really bad spot right now. Given that she is... Okay, that's choose, that's an item. First item out of water. So 3 items remaining. Yep, 1 in 9. Nicely done. Also, Leader's already done with the Twin Robber fight.
Very smooth.
One out of 8. Here we go. I don't think... I've not seen what Twin Robber has, but I don't think it is anything. Like, the only thing that would have been interesting, like strength or light arrows. This one.
Yes, so we know where everything else is.
Yep.
Oh. Particularly mean spot for a light arrow hit. Death Mountain Trail.
Because of the claim check?
Mm-hmm.
Because then Leader needs to go back to GTG. Oh no. Okay, there it is. It's not AD.
Yeah, there's boss key. Not AD.
I think, yeah, this is just Leader's race to lose now.
Yep. It has to be a stupid spot for the light arrows for Maria to have a chance of catching up, but...
So Maria wants him to say Water Temple or...
Fire.
Fire.
Or GTG.
I don't think fire. Yeah, because of the hammer, but I don't think... I mean, GTG is the next best place for Leader to get like the next check dance is no wait, Spirit. Leedo could just go back to Spirit. Spirit has more checks than GTG at this point.
Maria does not have all of her items, so she is going to be trying to
Oh, she's clearing water.
clear out some water.
I think doing this kind of makes sense. Like, I mean, we're not looking for boss key anymore, but Water Temple was not hinted foolish. And you kind of want to get this out of the way before you do AD and, like, get the water level back up top. Like, you can only do this now, or you have to lower the water level again. So I don't mind this play.
It is 6 medallions to go.
And it is an item, but it is
Not really one we want.
No useful item.
Alright, so... Maria didn't rep Compass Chest first, I don't think.
So at this point, do you just straight up beat water and then go to Ganon's? Or do Jabu? Like, I feel you want to do Jabu first. Yeah, she's not bothering with the other checks. A little bit more to the left. No.
Nope.
It's actually
I've
weird.
been having trouble with that jump recently, so...
It's not very intuitive, but going more to the left actually helps you grabbing the ledge. No one has gold gauntlets
No one
yet.
has gold gauntlets. Yeah, you can...
With Havas, you
jump
can
slash
just...
helps if you do it earlier in the grab.
With Havas, you can just conveniently... Yeah, just go to the left.
Oh, also, I did not shout this out because we were paying attention to our temple keys, but, hey, so Scorpio's found Gambit, thank you for the raid.
Oh, yeah, the raid, Pog.
You are, and Scorpio's is going to be in a bracket match tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, I don't know the schedule by heart. I think I
just saw it in, his, stream title. You can get... I don't think you can get the Scarecrow unless you're on that, platform.
Yeah, you have to be on the platform. It's a shortcut once you've gone up the ones that you can come back to reset your water level again. If you need to do, like, multiple trips through water.
I have discovered this because I've been playing with Free Scarecrow recently.
Yep, that's when Pierre surprise Pierre.
Surprise, it's a Scarecrow. I didn't ask for this.
Yep, tomorrow at 1 PM Eastern, 5 PM UTC, 7 PM Central European Time, Scorpio is going to duke it out with Dante in Winner's Bracket Round 2 of Group Serenade. That was the race we were talking about.
Yep. And yes, Lights could still be behind Song of Time. We have no idea where Light Arrows are, so... We'll just, like, I'll be on the edge of our collective seats, wait and find out where Light Arrows are to see if we are... Right now, given what we know about this seed layout... Lights could be in some place that'd be easy for me to get back to. It could be in Spirit, could be in the Silver Block Room in GTG, could also be in some place absolutely terrible.
Deep Fire would be fun. Yeah, well, for us, maybe.
For our viewing entertainment.
So that's the water medallion
There is
from
no
Maria.
worse feeling than getting
Maria
into...
now has Ganon's access too.
Yes. Yeah, there's no worse feeling than getting your light arrow hand and then knowing it's like it's somewhere you can't get
Yeah, yeah.
The best one is when you have everything, literally everything except for golds, and it's
My
outside
castle.
Ganon's castle, outside my castle.
Outside castle is even worse, because then you know. Like, no, I think it's that's even better. Like, worse is actually as a player when he says my castle and you've just went up for Ganon, like you didn't do any other check.
You have false
and then you're like,
moment.
With every single check you do, like, please be light arrows, please be light arrows, and then at the end it's just like, nah, sorry, bro, it's not happening.
I don't know why our sheet is having trouble today. You can take a look at that.
It's having trouble all weekend. Wait, the weekend just started. It has trouble all week. I'm such a weekend person that I forgot that.
It's just a state of mind, okay?
And there's the boss key for Leedo. Leedo probably very happy to see this.
Yes, that is where you want to see. Okay, maybe not exactly where you want to see the boss key when you're in go mode. You would prefer for it to be someplace where you don't have to blow the water because it's nicer that way.
But that's really crying on a very high level. Like, as long as it is in like the first 4 or 5 checks.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Like,
Man,
as long as I don't
get... here is keeping us on track here by telling us to actually order to shout people out, including our runners, JudgeLeedo and Marreparres. Our trackers, Kario, Kami, and Kasinja, are very on top of things. Restreamer Catch Up the Duck, and our race monitor Kaori, as well as, and again, thank you for being here with me, dear Devon X, Devon.
And also thank you for commentating with me, Jackstronomy. This is a lot of fun. And also, everyone just press that little follow button for everyone who's putting a lot of work in to make this happen. It's a very tiny step, but it helps out big time. Just shows that you appreciate us doing it. It shows that, yeah.
You can also spite Saria's object by doing it, and isn't that like half of the goal here?
Yeah, this has to be a Jabu play.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you have to finish it out.
Oh, okay. So, taking advantage of the bunny hit here, I think like she could have gone through Lake with that Serenade. Maybe she forgot that she had it, but she's going to check the slingshot minigame on the way, which is fair.
That's a good plan.
Like, if there's like one way that's like just slightly slower, but you're still looking for things, but it's like there's checks along the way, you can also just like still take the slower route and get the checks on the way. It's still better than moving without doing anything.
Just checking out target in the woods. And yeah.
Controller issue? Potentially.
Alright, so on Leeto's side we have all of our medallions, and very, very shortly we'll be figuring out
where the light arrows
are.
Let's play a game.
How terrible it is.
Gunner's like, I like to play a game.
Oh yeah, and absolutely take a pot shot at the sun while you're here so you don't have to deal with setting up time of day if they happen to be here later.
And there's the slingshot. I wonder if he picks it up or not.
How paranoid do you feel today?
We're picking it up.
Oh yeah, you picked that up. How dumb would you feel if he said, in the Lost Woods?
No, that would be terrible. You see, that's like, you can play either incredibly, like, it's actually not even a big risk, because light arrows can be anywhere in the game. Why would they be on target in the woods, right?
Yep,
But Like,
they have no logical indication for anything except killing Ganon.
Yeah, Maria is going with her bunny hood.
You know what?
Also remembering it
Ironically,
to put it off. To take it off before talking to the king.
He refuses to recognize you when you're wearing a hat.
Yep. You just start reading the letter. Like, you just get it out of the bottle and read it.
Checking a hint?
I wonder what she's looking for in terms of hints.
Because I'm really not using it.
Do we have Prelude though? Isn't it in Temple of Time? Or was it on...
Prelude was in Burning Cack, which Lena just picked up.
Oh yeah, so because Bolero was hinted on.
It's like, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
What am I doing?
Dude, that happened, like, if you play 3 hours without Prelude, you're just going to forget that you have, like, once you get it, it doesn't really matter that much anyway. Like, he's going to get the song here to you, which is Bolero. And then he's gonna go get them light arrows. Or, like, the hint, rather.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably would have waited on that.
Waited on what? What do you mean?
Picking up the Prelude song?
Yeah, you could have, like, I mean, you need to go in to pick up the boss key anyway. Might as well just get the song. Because then you don't need to make another trip to Temple of Time to then go to, like, if he says fire. So do we still have a race or not? Like, only if Light Arrows are Song of Time locked. That's when... So that's like 2 checks out of the entire game, basically. Or maybe if Strength 3 is Song of Time locked, but then we're going to City for another, like, 1.5 hours. At least an hour.
I mean, I'm enjoying this, but I don't know if I'm enjoying it that much.
I mean, the seat has been figured out except for that last bit, and then, like...
Except for where the light arrows are.
Like, this could still lead into something very terrible, but I don't think that's desirable for Maria at all.
We have no idea where gold gauntlets are. Just none. None of the ideas.
At least she's making some progress.
Although realistically, they have to be gold gauntlets locked, so I guess it has to be GTD Silver or Spirit.
I don't think they necessarily have to.
Well, if the Shadow Temple Way of the Hero is the strength.
I mean, it's like, we 100% know that Letter and Iron Boots are required to beat the game, so these two satisfy the Way of the Hero, double Way of the Hero just fine. So the strength doesn't even have to be Way of the Hero.
It doesn't have to, but again, there's no reason it isn't.
Oh, I had Ganon's boss key chest light arrows yesterday, I think.
We did, yes. That was really entertaining.
Was it really yesterday? I thought it was the day before.
Or it was the day before. It was the day before.
Yeah. But yeah.
That was really entertaining.
Nope.
Well, just a heart today.
Not even the winner heart piece. Maria White. Wait, this is the bubble room, right? Yeah. I was thinking, like, you know what's on rank chest. Don't do rank chest, but this is not rank chest.
Compass chest? Compass chest.
Yeah, that's compass.
The thing I learned when I started doing commentary is that the first big chest is the map chest, the second one is the compass chest. The problem is, can I count to 1 or 2?
Yeah, it's usually the first big chest in a dungeon is usually the map, and then the second one is the compass. That's just usually how it goes. Is this a command that exists? It is.
It is wonderful.
You can join the Scrub Central Discord if you're interested in the tournament and the rules and all of the resources that you need in order to just like roll a seed or like get involved with the community. You can all find that in there. And there's also the Ocarina of Time Randomizer main Discord where you
hold that thought. This is the moment we're all been waiting for.
Spirit. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome. Yeah, so this is pretty much over. Makes me sad because Maria's early routing was like
very tight.
She did that really well, and Leedo just like doing a very long child 1 section, not even getting punished for that. Like the long child 1 section didn't even do anything for him, honestly. Like there was nothing along the way. But like going to GTG, man, just going to GTG. That was the play. That was the whole bottleneck. That's the spirit of Rando. Don't get me wrong, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that Leedo's winning or Maria's losing. Like this was anyone's game from the beginning, but it just hurts to see like just skipping a specific location just can cost you the game from like the very first minute on, theoretically. That's just random, but that's what you're going to get yourself into when you like the moment you join a random race, the moment you you roll a seed even is you know what you're going to like expect. You know that it can go horrible and you might get unlucky. But you know what you're in for, I guess.
Yeah.
If this was Skull Sanity, on the other hand, the Bosky could have been on the skull that Song of Time left still.
That would have been really funny.
I've totally seen that in seeds that have that setting on.
Dungeon Skull Sanity is one of my favorite, just relaxing, settings to play, to be honest.
Okay.
Just because I think it's really fun to just, hit a skull and have just like a hammer appear on the wall.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, where are these light arrows?
This is the most annoying room in Jabu.
Yes.
Like, why?
I'm constantly impressed at this room, because how is it so awful with so few things in it?
Yeah, that's like the two wobbly things and the Octorok. But like the wobbly things,
perfectly placed Octorok to ruin your day.
Yeah, that's like probably the most perfectly placed Octorok in the entire game.
I'm just so.
Oh, the one in Forest Temple is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Because when you do your setup for like the hookshot setup, then that dude can sometimes still hit you.
Yes. Or when it can also like snipe you when you're trying to grab the skull on the island.
True. That's like the second best placed Octorok. Is that Maria's going to do? Maria's doing the box skip. Let's go. Well, come on, second try. No. You cannot run off the switch. It's not going to work. You need to turn around, bonk, jump slash, and then you have to hit A and full forward on the same frame.
Yeah.
And then also,
the box. You did lower it.
Yeah, no, she's not. Yeah, she's going to get the box. At some point, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. I remember when the last time I did this, I spent like 5, 6, 7, 8 tries trying to get the box skip, and I used the cutscene to buffer, so I mashed A and hold forward through the cutscene. I failed it, like, all the time. And then I was like, okay, let's just YOLO this. And then I did it unbuffered, with just like 2 singular forward inputs, and I just nailed it on the first try. Like, why? Why, game? Why couldn't you just give me my reward earlier? Like, why did I have to do this? I was about to get the box.
Yeah, that's one where I haven't like put in the time on figuring out how that one works because I have other things I want to learn first.
True. Like that's one of the things that like I learned that back in Scrub Season 2 because I wanted to show off. But like there's so many more important tricks to learn, like the essentials. There's so many more essentials in this game, and that's definitely not one of them. Like this fight, for example.
Yeah, this fight is.
This is like
can
very
get out of control really fast.
pretty precise, pretty technical.
Be able to do it well is really good. Are you just? I don't think that works, does it?
It does.
Huh, okay.
So the way this works is, when Baronade on the very first phase is stunned, you can actually slash her with a sword or a stick to make the jellyfish disappear one by one.
Oh, that's nice.
But if you do that on the last one, then Baronade is pretty much guaranteed to hit you, and then you do not get the timing for the second phase. So
yeah. I basically understand the script, I do the script, I get hit by electric jellyfish occasionally, I recover it.
Still no Night Arrows in Spirit though.
Oh my gosh, are they at the top? Oh,
well,
no.
Leedo did turn around, right? He saw that it was not on Turova, so they're at the top. I mean, honestly, I usually do the top check.
Even when I skip the rest of Spirit, I do the checks up at the top because there's such a pain to get.
I don't do boss key chest, but I do the one with the mirror. That's the one I do because I don't want to go back into that room.
Also, I get to do a backflip.
That gold skill just makes me giggle. Leader farming some magic here as well, preparing for the final fight. And there they are.
There they are.
There we go.
Boss key chest.
That's go mode. Leader did not set Furores and Ganons.
Did you not set Furores and Ganons?
That's interesting. Oh no, never mind.
This is just like remembering. Wait a second.
He remembered. Okay. Whee! Yep. Oh, at the beginning of the tower. That's interesting. Probably as like a substitute for Prelude because he didn't have it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just blank on setting for Orson and walking into the boss fight. Okay, that's normal.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I think I'm with you as far as like Upper Spirit and Jabu and Glow Mode. I think that's a minimal time investment for basically rolling the dice.
It could also be the difference, right?
Yeah, it's a dice roll on like, oh, maybe my light arrows are here, and those are spots that kind of suck to get back to.
Yeah, but like if you have Furores, there's no like, especially with Jabu, if you have Furores, then that's your excuse to just go mod that place.
I would do Map and Compass.
I mean, I usually do Map because that like the chest spawns anyway. You're not going to despawn that chest as long as you're not 100% sure you don't need it. So that like the chest spawns anyway. Might as well open that one up. But the other ones, I try to skip.
Negligible time, like 15 seconds.
But still, 15 seconds is a lot when on the final fight. And people are like really. We've seen races come down to like literal seconds. And you don't want to lose a race because you did one check that your opponent didn't.
Yeah. I definitely probably would skip. I would skip rank chest though.
Rank chest, yes. I mean, it was hinted. But like, even if
if
it
wasn't hinted,
like,
I'd probably skip rank chest.
Rank and compass chest are just optional.
Yeah.
And it's not only like going into the room and doing the check, it's just like all the movement, all that walking back and forth and stuff, and like having to carry the princess around for the rank chest.
Yeah.
Like, you're just much faster rolling.
All right.
Yeah, the chest respawns when you go back, but like I think you either have to wait for a couple of seconds or to go back in and out multiple times. I don't know the specifics of that, but like I just know that if I'm 100% certain I don't need it, like I'm in absolute go mode or Jug is hit it foolish, then I despawn the chest. But if it's neither of those, I'm going to get it every time. I'm not despawning it. It just takes too much time.
I'm very used to doing this fight with Hammer because you can put on a C button and you often have it because fire is often required. Was not today.
Yeah. I mean, even if fire is not required, most of the time you have the hammer. You just find along the way.
But I will admit the BGS hitbox is really nice for Tail.
The BGS hitbox is ridiculous. It's way too good.
What is this hitbox? Yes.
It doesn't make any sense. It's massive. League is struggling a little bit here. Like this, Ganon just sometimes turns around very quickly. Yeah, the hammer was on horseback archery.
And Leedo is out in the Gerudo area without a bow.
Okay, guys. Longest cutscene in the game. Get your GGs ready in chat. This is it. And that's it. GG's to JudgeLeedo, and that unfortunately means that Rhea is out of the tournament, since this is loser's bracket. And Leedo advances with a time of 3 hours, 26 minutes, and 37 seconds. GG's.
GG's. So it looks like the next opponent for Leedo will be Can Maple, so that should also be a very fun match to watch.
Oh, definitely. Does it look like Maria is going to finish here? She's still looking for Mirror Shield. She's probably going to full clear Spirit. Find the light arrows but not the Mirror Shield, and then like where do you start looking? Like, Ganon's is your best bet?
It's either Ganon's or Fire.
No, your best bet is
and you would go
Ganon's
over Fire.
I'm curious where that strength 3 is though.
Yeah. I still like an NGTG. Just behind the strength block.
True. That would
because
make
again,
the strength
no, there is no reason that, we have 2 confirmed Way of the Hero items in Shadow, but the way that Way of the Hero works, it is more likely to be chosen if there are multiple Way of the Hero items there, so there's no reason all 3 of those are not on the Way of the Hero list. Spirit Trial, also an interesting option. We didn't see that.
And Maria's just forfeited.
Yeah.
So this race is over. And looks like Leedo's going to join us for an interview.
Alright. So yes, as our restreamer Catch Up the Duck asked in chat, if you have any questions for interview, please drop those in the chat so we can ask them. I have a couple. Alright. So looks like we'll just be having Leedo in for our interview today.
Well, if you don't feel like an interview, that's fine. We're not going to force anyone.
And
there we have him. GG's, Leedo.
GG's, Leedo. You are muted, so if you wanted to say something, you should probably fix that.
Sorry, apparently I was muted.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Sorry, apparently I was muted. Apparently, the only issue with that seed is you need more Shadow Temple Way of the Hero hints.
Yep.
Yes, more shadow is required, absolutely.
Do we know where the other strength is?
No.
No.
Has not been found.
Do we know where any other bows are?
I was hoping you'd ask. Because the first one we saw in Restream was actually in the first check and fire. And the second one was in the courtyard in forest, locked behind bow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was actually thinking that the way the hero hint, or I mean the light arrows hint, I was thinking it was going to end up in Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Thinking it was going to end up in Forest Temple.
You absolutely avoided going into forest, which
and fire,
which was good. Yeah, so that was actually one of the things that, clearly since you went and did Shadow Temple and found the entire seed, going to GTG, progression-wise early, like with progression item-wise early, was a major difference maker for you. What was your thought process going into there?
I had Opponents and long shot. Something was screaming at me to go there. I mean, I was a little worried about it. Well, and on top of that, had furores. So I knew I could do a little bit of it and just leave furores there. And if I had to come back later, I could come back later. I might not have been as anxious to do that if I didn't have Forest Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really helps to have that.
But I was really confused about the bows because I didn't have a bow for the end of Shadow Temple.
Yeah, it's not required though, right?
That actually is in logic if you use the long shot and Pierre to go across.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't because I never went back and got Pierre. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we were having everyone was a little moderately confused and then amused. It was like, wait, what's the extra comm coming through? No, that's Leedo looking up the tutorial for how to do the Bombchu strut and Shadow.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, it's fine.
I have that video saved and just like saved as a bookmark to be like, all right, I need to remember exactly what the placement is for when you have to look to the right.
Yeah, we have a question from Kari. So one of the things we were commenting on through here is that you did a very, very long child section, and we were wondering what was your reasoning behind that?
I usually do.
Okay.
That's pretty common for me. This is a little longer than normal, but that's pretty common for me. I mean, I knew there were. Eventually, I just wanted to get to the end and end up with the boomerang. Although, truth be told, I probably shouldn't have gone back for the boomerang, because I had a pretty good hunch that one of the Way of the Heroes was going to be Ruta's letter in Shadow. And so I didn't really need the boomerang until later. I should have waited on that. But I knew it was just sitting there, so it was like, let me get it before I end up going adult.
Yeah, that was one thing I did comment on. It's like, oh, you probably could have pushed off on that for a little bit because
Yeah, I could
you're
have.
about to go adult and you don't use boomerang as adult at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also, congratulations on your 9-minute 42-second chicken percent. What
Thank
is
you.
your favorite thing about Kuko's and why?
I mean, Kari's here. She can answer that. I even posted in my chat. I said, you start with Nocturne, great. Now I can do chickens really quickly. And then it got even better. You started Kakariko Village.
Yeah. Yes, Kari appreciates the chickens. And other chat question is, did you forget that River was foolish?
No, I didn't. The reason I did that was there were two reasons, actually. Number one, there were 2 hints. And I wanted the hints.
We saw you go play Frogs in the Rain, is what we were asking about.
Oh, by then, yes, I probably forgot about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I actually, because I also checked that grotto.
Yeah.
And the reason I checked the grotto was because I realized I was going to end up, by the time I was going to Dodongo's Cavern, I was going to be a little bit low on bombs. And I was like, well, I'm going to jump in this grotto anyway to grab the hint. Let me just open the chest to see if there's some bomb shoes in there.
Oh yeah, that's completely a good idea, as long as you're standing there next to the hint.
But yeah, I think I forgot about it by the time I did Frogs in the Rain.
Yeah. But yeah, early Nocturne is really nice to have.
Good grief, I used that. I had to have used that 15 times in that seed.
Yeah, with not getting a prelude until the very, very end.
No prelude, no serenade.
Yep.
It's crazy, like, how much, once they started doing random starting locations, that you realize how much you miss prelude when you don't have it.
Exactly that.
It's like before, it was like, prelude, it's not that big a deal because you're adult, you get to save quit there anyway.
Yeah.
But now it's so great when you find it. And serenade too, because I mean, I'm sitting there at the end of Spirit, and it's like, what's my fastest way to the lake? Well, I'm gonna have to just get back to Hyrule Field and hop on a horse.
Yeah, serenade can get lake can get so isolated.
Unless like your spawn is there. But then you have other problems.
Then your problem is that
you can't leave.
That your spawn is in lake.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, it's not a bad child spawn.
Yeah, it's child.
You just hop on the owl. But yeah, I mean, I was getting worried because all those Shadow Temple Way of the Hero hints keep popping up, and I'm sitting here like, I've got no items that are related to Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
I mean, I found, magic on 10 skulls.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing. And I was really happy when I went to GTG and got Dins, because even though I didn't have hover boots, I was like, well, I know there are 2 Way of the Heroes in there. There's probably one just sitting right at the beginning of the dungeon. And I was kind of surprised when the first 2 checks were keys.
Yeah, we were pretty surprised as well, actually. Yeah, but like the entire seed was just locked really hard behind that Dins, and making the call to go GTG, almost, I won't say immediately after you went adult, but very, very soon after you finally went adult, was really the difference maker here. The fact that you had that Dins
I could see that.
So, because I think Maria made the call to do Forest, did the fire dip to get the bow, and then went back and cleared Forest.
Yeah, that would actually be even worse because I mean, not that there's nothing wrong with doing that. I think that was not a bad idea. I was considering dipping into fire, but I didn't. And I'm really glad I didn't, because I probably would have done the same thing if I had jumped into fire and gotten the bow. I would have been even more tempted to just go into forest and start clearing parts of forest.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, at least I was kind of glad I didn't have a strength upgrade by then.
Yeah, objectively, it was not a bad play.
No, it makes a lot of sense. But it can be really misleading if you end up with that bow. I was getting kind of worried that I wasn't finding a bow, and I'm sitting there like I know where the one is on Jabu, but certainly that can't be the only one I can find, right? And I'm getting a little worried, but at the same time, it was okay because it made me less likely to want to go into Forest Temple.
Yeah, which did not have anything of real use. Yeah, just find the items. Yeah, just find the items and win the game. Exactly.
Just find Stone of Agony on Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, ouch.
Is always on Phantom Ganon?
Yeah, that was painful.
It was painful. It was painful.
Do we have any idea where the hammer was?
Yes.
Yes.
Where's the hammer?
Would you like to hazard a guess?
I mean, it could be in Forest too, I guess.
It was bow locked.
It's bow locked. Is it in GTG?
It's on HBA.
Oh. Okay.
So we had this like suspense thing going right up to the end. Was like, okay, so how terrible is this light arrow location going to be? Because if it's in fire or in
I'm
anywhere else, it's like
I shot the sun after I beat water just because I'm standing there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get the slingshot. I'm like, well, at least that's one check I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I absolutely take a pot shot at the sun when I'm done with water there. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I was just hoping I'd find the hammer. The hammer would just pop up there because I was scared to death that he was going to end up saying light arrows were in Fire Temple. I mean, I didn't think I was thinking he was going to say forest, but I was scared that he might say fire.
Yeah. There were so many beautiful places where the light arrows could have been, like deep fire.
They were just in
spirit. I could have been in ice.
In ice. Could have been in Water Temple, Song of Time locked, or in Toilet. Like, no one ever went back with strength into GTG to confirm that we had enough keys. Like, if there was a Toilet, if Toilet had an item or a key.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if when I left GTG, if my Dins was in Logic.
It was in Logic.
If I actually had enough keys to put it in Logic, and I'm not sure I did.
We did count that. It was 4-key locked. You had went in there with 3 keys, and then you got a 4th key in the invisible ceiling chest.
Okay, so it was.
That was fully in Logic.
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure about that. That's so why I went on the right side first, used the keys, and took them back.
Yeah, that's what
Maria did. When you have Song of Time, when you have Song of Time, Ocarina of Time, you absolutely do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was. We were a little astounded at that because I don't think we'd seen the bows at that point. So, as far as we knew, that was.
Well, I mean, unless Maria had gone in and gotten the bow and fire by then, the only bow we knew about was sitting there on that hin on the boomerang chest.
Exactly, and that's what I meant. I don't think Maria had dipped fire at that point.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like going to GTG without a bow, but I for some reason it was just I felt like it was smacking me over the head that I have a long shot and I have Eponas. That's 2 things that are telling me go to GTG for some reason. And I have Furore, so I can leave that in there.
Yeah, as far as
I could see that being the big thing that changes the seed if you get that. As far as
we knew at that point, when we actually counted it out, we had 1+ check in fire, 2+ checks in forest, and then the 5 checks in Greedo area. So it actually was a good play.
Yeah, it was statistically the correct play. Like in forest with hovers, like Maria had hovers the first time she went, like the first time she was going to forest, she already had hovers, and if you get at least 1 key in the first 2 checks in forest, then the courtyard is in Logic with hovers.
Yeah.
But so like you have hovers and like, okay, I'm at least going to find out if like anything can be in forest at this point, logically.
And there weren't keys in the first 2 checks.
There was nothing.
Yeah, and then you get sucked deep into that place.
Yeah, like once you get the bow, you actually get sucked into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically was routing you directly through. Okay, you're doing a non-required dungeon. which one? And the answer ended up being GTG.
Yeah, that's true. And the only one it's not is the well, because you get a hint for it.
Yep. And yeah, you have your Way of the Hero Song of Storms, or Song of Storms in a Way of the Hero area, and it does actually lock your hover boots. So in the two live checks,
but not
they're
in the
actually
well.
covered by storms. The 2 live storms checks.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
terrible seed, just kind of annoying.
Well, it could have
one weird
it could
bottleneck.
turn into really bad. You just sort of luck yourself into Din's Fire, or you don't.
Yeah, you make the call. It's like, okay, am I going to? It's like, can you get into that? Can you get through the bottleneck around Din's Fire? And the question is, do you pick Forest or do you pick GTG?
Yeah, you could easily just sit there in last location Din's Fire.
Yeah.
And it's a mess. So it's sort of that's kind of a dumb luck seed.
Yeah. And I guess that was one of the things that did help with the super involved child segment that you did. You didn't have a lot of locations to get drawn into looking for Din's Fire.
No. Certainly not child.
Yeah. Yeah. So, have any other thoughts, questions, comments? Yeah, because that pretty much was what happened. Maria did pretty much last location, the Din's Fire. And
I mean, once you got the Dins, the rest of the seed was actually... Sorry.
Yeah.
And I think as I say, I think I would have done the exact same thing if I had gone into Fire and found a bow.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that would have saved me a little bit there was that I still didn't have a strength upgrade yet. So I could only go so far into Forest. Because I didn't get a strength until I went back Child and went to Goron City. I'd be very curious where the third strength was.
Yeah, unfortunately we never found it.
Yeah, oddly enough, Maria, Lito did go Child Goron City, just didn't have the adult songs the first time he went.
Yeah, because I was spending so much time as a child, I just didn't have the song I needed. So I hopped in there and did the Rolling Goron, and then left.
Yeah. All right. So do we have other questions, comments, anything else about this seed if you want to talk about?
Nope. That was fun. It was interesting, but that was fun.
Yeah. Well, again, GG's.
Thank you. And thank you for announcing. Taking your time to do that. It's very nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was.
It's always fun.
Yeah, also GG's to Maria.
Yeah, definitely Maria.
Also GG's to Maria. They, again, played very well.
Maybe next season.
Would you like another seed from me? I mean, actually, as I say, it wasn't... I don't think it was really a bad seed. It just... It was one you could get really unlucky on or really lucky. There was enough open in it that you just had to take a guess. Yep, that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for coming on interview with us.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks.
And I think we are good to wrap this up, so if Ketchup wants to take this away. You're very welcome.
And hey, Kevin, excuse me, Ketchup. You are muted.
No. Is Ketchup muted on stream?
There we go. Yes, thank you
Now
very
can
much
do it
once
all again.
again to our runners, to our commentators, to our trackers. They're all linked up in the stream chat right now. Coming up we've got Scorpio's Final Gambit versus Yasef Dante. That is tomorrow at 5 p.m. UTC. Probably going to be restreamed here on Scrub Central is K Next Door with Squall. That will be at 6 p.m. UTC tomorrow. After that, we've got M-Charn versus Dartlink again tomorrow. That one at 11 p.m. in the Bolero bracket. As well as Enigmatic Killian and Karaokami. That's on the 17th at 12 p.m. UTC. And plenty more. Have a check out of our Discord if this is the first time you've seen a Scrubs match before. We're at entry-level tournament for new runners. I think that's everything. Any last comments from you guys?
No, well, thank you again for being here. It was a lot of fun, and looking forward to more Scrubs matches.
Yep, thanks everybody.
Yeah, there is something that I would like to add.
Yes.
If you like what you saw and you think, well, I could help out too. I could commentate, I could track, I could set up a restream. Like, I just help out with things. Then within the Scrub Central community, you can also apply for volunteering. That would massively help us out.
Yes.
Like, without volunteers, this is not possible.
Yeah, absolutely. The more volunteers we have, the more matches we can restream, and the more shows we can put on for you guys. Okay, so that wraps it up today. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.